Lights are on. The field is lined. Let's do this, Tuscaloosa. This is Hillcrest Football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Toby's on fire tonight, breaks the tackle. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he's in the end zone. Yes! Touchdown, Patriots!
For live video stream, catch all the action this season on YouTube Live and NFHS Network. For live audio stream, tune in to Mixlr.com. That's MIXLR.com. And now, to the Bama Stuff broadcast booth with Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, Brian Pirano, and the Hillcrest Football broadcast crew on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome to Roy Johnson Stadium. It is senior night here on the campus of Hillcrest High School. Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong soon, and Brian Pirano here with you tonight, ready to bring you all the action from tonight's game between the Oak Mountain Eagles and the Hillcrest Patriots. This, of course, is a Class 7A Region 3 game, but this one has no bearing on the playoffs as we had hoped last week.
You're breaking my heart all over again, Mr. Jones. Yes.
Well, you know, we have to deal with the facts of life. You know, it's one of the lessons of football, you know. Life sometimes deals you difficult blows.
You're right.
And you just have to deal with them and move on. But, you know, here's the thing. All right, so I'll already throw this out there because I was thinking about it earlier today. I was thinking about it that the team that comes in, because this game doesn't matter to either one of these teams, and the team that decides, I don't care what the situation is, I don't care who I'm playing, I don't care what game I'm playing, what sport I'm playing, I want to win whatever it is. The team that has the most players that feel that way will be the team that comes out on top tonight.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Brian. I think it's finding some sort of motivation. Whatever that motivation may be, intrinsic, something extrinsic, playing for whatever. I was talking to a couple of our seniors pregame, I don't know, 4:30 or so, and I asked them something similar. You know, how do you got your guys ready? And big number one, Zay Hall, said, Coach, this is my last game ever at Hillcrest. You dang right I'm ready. You know that?
Yeah.
We see our football kids, all 33 of our seniors lining up out there right now for senior night. So if you can't find anything else to play for as a player out there, you play for either the 32 other seniors that you have spent these multiple years with at the Crest, or if you're an underclassman, you play for these kids that you're never going to get a chance to play with again, though. So I do think our kids are ready, but you're right, Brandon. It's certainly a tough situation. But, you know, when neither side's playing for anything, like you said, it's just finding something to keep driving on until the end of the game.
Well, I'll tell you something that's motivating me here tonight is the fact that this weather is beautiful, and it's going to be going through the 60s all night tonight, and it just feels beautiful out here. And look, we got the seniors out on the field right now, and Darius, our cameraman, Darius Thomas, is getting a shot of Coach Mitchell and Coach Patterson and Coach Guy going through and talking to the seniors as they go. And of course we have the lovely and talented Leah Armstrong on the PA right now doing
27 years of this.
This is the 27th year that she's done that?
Well, I don't know about senior night, but in some form or fashion, Leah has announced something. You know, last week she did the homecoming pep rally. Leah's been one of the major voices of Hillcrest since she started here, you know, a quarter decade ago.
Well, how long did she teach here?
Leah taught here, I believe, 11 and a half years. My first year here was the fall of 05. I believe Leah started here in either the fall of 2000, I believe.
Okay, so I have outlasted her in my tenure at Hillcrest.
I guess now listen, if I'm right, you know, I had a birthday this past week, and I'm not getting any younger. but if my math is correct, that's correct. But Leah's still a big part of Hillcrest, still a big part of our community, and teaches a lot of our kids in Shelton in our dual enrollment program.
Yeah, and just a wonderful person in general. All right, so senior night, and you see the seniors out there on the field, and Brian, this is kind of, you know, it's kind of touching to see Coach Mitchell out there on the field with all the guys and, you know, greeting them one last time and their families. And I know that Coach Mitchell and I often talk about the seniors who participate on the field on Friday nights. but he likes to give the credit to the players who come to practice and who are dedicated every day that don't necessarily get to see the field and talk about how much they mean to the team's success. And there's a lot of guys out there that are seniors. About half of those seniors hardly ever see the field.
Hey, you got to give them tons of credit. You know, their practice is no easier than the Zay Halls, Caden Smiths, or D1 commitments. They're no easier for these guys, right? They're out there, they're up here lifting weights at the same 6 a.m. in the morning in the summer. They're battling the August heat. They just don't get their name called on Friday night. So to be able to stick it out and do that and be a part of something bigger than yourself, even though you know you're not going to be a big part, even though you know you're not going to get any recognition, you know, I think that warms Coach Mitchell's heart. You know, we see, or on the broadcast, everybody sees this Coach Mitchell just on a Friday night, but you know, you and I and people at Hillcrest, we get to see him every day and how much these kids mean to him. Not just between the lines on Friday night, but all 33 of these seniors, whether it be a Zay Hall or whether it be a young man who's not seen a ton of snaps in his 4 years.
Absolutely, and like I said, he talks about it often, about these players who give their heart and soul, and they really are important to the team because they're the ones who provide the opposition, you know, the game plan for the opposition and give you the practice to play against them on the scout team, and just the and they're a motivating factor too, because the guys who are on the field know that these other guys aren't going to get on the field, but they're still out here every day giving it all they've got, and it's very inspirational.
You can see how much it means to the team when we see games when like Tuscaloosa County, when we're up by quite a bit, and we see some of those guys who don't see the field as much, when they make a tackle, when they come off excited, the rest of the team that gets a little more run, they're the first ones to high five them, to hug them. So, even though they're not called every Friday night, even though they're not well known, even though they're not a huge part of the success of the football team on Friday nights, man, they're as much a part of this team as anybody else out there right now. And Coach Mitchell, Coach Patterson, all of our coaching staff, they all know what they mean to not just the Hillcrest football team, but just Hillcrest football, Hillcrest community in general, rather.
Right. Well, as the pregame show continues on with senior night and the players out there on the field, we must continue on with our pregame show. So I think that what we'll do right now, Brian, is we will listen to what Coach Jamie Mitchell had to say as we watch the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. Coach Mitchell, before we move on to talking about tonight's game about Oak Mountain, let's reflect just a minute on the big game this past Friday night. Everything was ahead of you. Your team left it all on the field, played hard, but just came up a little short.
Yeah, it's hard to get up on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, hard to go to work, and but hey, as adults, we want to be the ones that show our kids that in life you got tough days, you get up and you meet them head on. So
right.
This week of practice is going to be that. We're going to do things just like we always have, and try to do everything in preparation to go beat Oak Mountain. It'll be senior night here for a lot of really good football players that mean a whole lot to me and our staff, and we want to send them out the right way.
How many seniors are there on this?
33 seniors.
33, and how many contribute on the field, and how many contribute in other ways?
There's probably about half of those that are, every down guys for us, either on offense or defense. And there's some special team guys in there too, so there's some really valuable pieces. And then, I try to talk about those guys that don't ever get to play, those seniors that don't ever get to play, man. To me, those are your team captains. They're why are they out there? They're out there because they love the game, they love the program, they love the camaraderie, and we got so many seniors that don't ever get to play, but man, they show up every day, and they're just as important to me as the best players we got.
Right. They are very important to the process and their contributions, but you're right, they're not in the spotlight, and it's good to recognize and give those guys their props every once in a while. Let's talk about Oak Mountain. Opportunity for you to end the season with a winning record for the second year in a row in 7A. Tell us what we're going to see with Oak Mountain.
Well, they've been very competitive with just about everybody in the league. They just hadn't won them, they've been close in most all the games and late, and they've got a 10th grade quarterback that's going to be really good. He's a good player, and they've got a safety on defense been offered by everybody in the country, so, it's just another week of really good players on the other side of the ball. And, they have shown, I believe, throughout the year that they can compete in this league and are competitive, been close in a lot of situations, just hadn't gone their way.
We talk about the players getting up. It's hard to come and do this type of thing.
Yeah.
The review show,
Yep.
But you talk about keeping those routines alive and not getting down and continuing on with your life. But that's a message we also need to send to the fans. Of course, they won't see this until it'll be too late, but it is important for the fans to know that you got to keep supporting these guys.
I couldn't have been prouder of our fans. We get a standing ovation at the end of the game the other night, and just what that meant to us and our kids just speaks volumes for the kind of people that we have here. And I think, our fans and parents should realize that our kids had given everything they had and just came up short. And, that means the world to us. And, we want to honor that with a great effort again this Friday night. And, like I say, man, every time you get a chance to play, it's all or nothing. So we're gonna prepare no differently, and we're gonna absolutely try to go get this one and send our seniors out on a big win.
Right. It's sad to see it come to an end, but I can't wait. Kickoff again.
Yep, it'll be fun.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back to Johnson Stadium.
Hello and welcome to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show.
Pregame show, and all you do every day of every football season and in the off season. You can get off the game card now, Kylie. That's just to cover the space. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Directing from up here in the booth.
Yes.
Oh, the booth. Okay, I'm sorry. Listen. I gotta grind my axe now here.
Okay.
And I'm appreciative but frustrated at the same time. I think it's great that we have Channel 68 out of Birmingham here doing the broadcast of this game for the game of the week. However, it makes our lives a little bit difficult because they kick us out of our press box. And not only did they kick us out of our press box, we had an alternate space that we go to the right of the press box. We got kicked out of there because when I showed up to set up, they had this enormous camera the size of the Empire State Building over there taking up our space. So I had to move over to the left of the press box. Now we're right behind the band. So if you're a fan of the band, you are going to be hearing it here tonight.
Well, and honestly, Brent, trying to be positive Toronto here. At least we have a good night. At least we have a pretty good weather tonight, and it is getting us publicity, but no doubt, a little bit different digs tonight, but a different angle. I was trying to think as I was walking up the bleachers. I was thinking, I don't think I've ever watched a game from this angle. Whether it's been the last 4 or 5 in the press box, or
it feels like
whether
a road
it be
game
from the sideline. It does. So, but anyway, nonetheless, still excited to face the Eagles this evening.
Hey, we're good. Okay, hey guys. All right, now Brad has joined us. Brad, hello, welcome.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, fellas.
You through with all your administrative duties?
Well, the thing is, the hits keep coming. It's like Ryan Seacrest show, right?
Yeah.
They just keep coming. But no, I mean, look, we all have responsibilities on game night, and look, we just all have different responsibilities.
Correct.
And so we just getting it done, and senior night brings a few obstacles that you just have to kind of jump over, and here we are.
Well, I'm happy to be here on senior night with you two senior citizens.
Hey,
well, listen,
I'm a recent senior citizen.
That's right. This guy just turned 50.
Hey, that guy right there, man.
Listen,
that guy right there. Hey, AARP is in his near future.
It's funny, Brad. I go by the on my way home. I go by the West Alabama Center for Aging, and they are always on their marquee. They have a sign for the AARP. So one of these days, when I got a little extra time, I'll be like, listen, I qualify. What sort of discounts? I just know what discounts I get.
I qualified quite a long time ago. You qualify at 50, is that right? Is that what it is?
I think it's 55, isn't it?
Well, AARP, you can join the something for the retired people.
What? Oh, yeah. Whatever that is.
Association for the Advancement of Retired People. That's what it is.
I thought it was American Association. No, I'm just kidding.
Aardvarks are retired people.
I'm going to be a member of the National Association of Retired People, the NARP.
The NARP.
Yeah.
You are a NARP. That's a good name for you. No, but what I was going to say is
That's
that I've been eligible for a while, and I get the stuff in the mail, and I see all these things, but I never use it.
Yeah. You've been eligible for a long time.
You're right. Hey, here's an interesting fun fact. Actually, not that interesting, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I tell you when my facts, whether they're interesting or not. Anyway, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so Baker just turned 16.
Correct.
On the 21st, right? I turned 61. We have the same digits.
That's right.
In our ages.
That's exactly right.
Reversed. So it was really handy, and it saved us money on the birthday balloons and the candles.
Hey,
all we had to do was switch them.
Exactly right.
And look, I will say, in this part of my life, I'm paying for college. You got to save money where you can.
It's about to say, Brent, you're working with an educator salary here. That's a great birthday present there.
That's right. Okay, guys, let's get back to football here. Let's go to our keys to victory. How about that? Bring those keys to victory up for us, please. Kylie? Okay, and look, they're not coming up on my screen, so
it's okay.
You're going to have to look over here. They're brought to you by Alabama Express, of course, and I'll just have to bring them up on my phone here real quickly so I can see what's going on. Let's take a look at the keys to victory for Hillcrest first. How about that? You got them up there?
Well, we can't quite see them over there, Brent.
Okay,
they're not up there either.
Here you go.
Okay, the first thing, and I think you touched on it a little bit with not just Hillcrest, but Oak Mountain as well, is to find some sort of motivation. And, I touched on it earlier. You find something to play for, whether it be internally, that's just who you are, or externally, you're playing with the 33 seniors, or if you're a senior, the other 32 seniors that you'll never get to play for with again in your life. So you do anything you can to find motivation. And, Coach Mitchell, Coach Patterson, Coach Guy, they're pretty good motivators too. So, but, even for the coaching staff, sometimes that's very challenging. We put so much heart and soul into last week and this whole season. So you got to find some motivation for 48 more minutes, though, guys.
Yeah, the next one that we have here says build for next year, and that's not really a key for victory for tonight. That's a key for victory for the future, right? Build for next year. But I think it is important in this game that we do get some good momentum going into next season, end the season on a winning note, end the season with a winning record, and get some momentum going for next year.
And that last key to victory is talking about Jordan Chambly, and I think it's important to have momentum going into the offseason by giving him a lot of, confidence.
Right.
He already has made several plays throughout the year that would allow him to have some confidence. He's had a really good season. Of course, he's been our player of the game before. He's made some miraculous plays. He's also a really shifty guy in the run game. He's got a big arm in the pass game. I think it's all about just trying to get him the motivation he needs to have a big offseason so that he can come back and have a huge senior season.
Get Chambly shaken.
I agree.
The alliteration.
Let's do it.
Shifty Chambly, get him shaken.
That's right.
Okay, let's
Jordan
take a look.
Jumping.
There you go. Let's take a look at the Oak Mountain keys to victory. The first one is the same as the Hillcrest key to victory. They got to find a way to find some motivation as well.
Well, I think when you're talking about a team, and obviously both teams qualify for this particular caveat, neither team is going to the playoffs, right? So what is your motivation tonight? Is it to end the season on a good note? Is to prepare for next season? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But you better figure out a way to grind one more game, and because you really want to leave it all on the field. And I think it's a good way. Obviously coaches are always going to say, we're going to give it all we got. You want your kids to kind of live that mantra, and I think it's a good life lesson regardless of the outcome, because you want kids to know no matter what happens, you've got to give this all you have.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, the last thing, Brad, Oak Mountain's got to find a way to put up some points. They've averaged under 17 points a game this year, and I've got, I have their each game score up here. With the exception of the Tuscaloosa County game that they scored 43 against, and the the Pelham game, two teams, quite frankly, they aren't very good, where they scored 30 points. They've not scored more than 21 points per game. So it's the sort of thing with that sophomore quarterback, who we think is number 11, Charlie Bacarawa. They have also got to find a way to put some points up against a pretty tough Hillcrest defense. We've given up some points in certain games, but those opponents are the Thompsons of the world, the Hewitts of the world. I guess really not even Hewitt. So Oak Mountain's got to find a way to create some points so they give themselves a chance to win this final game of the year for them.
Right. And there you have your keys to victory. Were you going to add to that?
No, I really don't want to add too much. I think Brian made a good point. Oak Mountain does have some good pieces. It's like the bad news, good news, right? The bad news is they're playing the same teams that we're playing, and so sometimes you play against teams that are really, really talented. The
really
good news is, for Oak Mountain's sake, they do have some good pieces and ability to score the football, and I think we'll see some of those pieces tonight.
And you see the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band making their way out onto the field as we will prepare for the national anthem coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But, Brad, we were talking about this before you came up. What a night. This is like the best weather night. If nothing else, if the game doesn't really have any meaning regarding playoff qualification, if it's just for pride, if it's just wrapping things up and we're trying to build for the future and all those kind of things, at least we have this unbelievable weather.
Well, and the sad thing is this is the last game. When you have weather like this, you kind of know that you're on the cusp of getting this week in, week out, right?
Right.
You kind of anticipate next Friday night will have similar feel. In fact, next Friday night I think is supposed to be even cooler. And then it's only going to get better as the fall goes along.
Hey, come on up here, Leah. We were talking about you earlier. Can you make your way up here?
Oh gosh.
Got to get some.
Oh no.
Got to get some camera time. Lindsay's always on camera. We got to get Leah on here too.
Oh, hello.
Leah, hey, all right, come on, Leah. Get on here. This is the legendary Leah Armstrong, and not only is she legendary for. Oh, we got the national anthem, so we'll have to wait for just a second, then we'll get to Leah. Here we go.
Stood up. I thought they were close.
All right, there you have it, the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. That's your first taste of them for tonight. You're going to get quite a few more because they are right below us here tonight. You're going to be hearing them a lot. But anyway, back to Leah. Leah, I say that you're legendary for a couple of reasons. First of all, because of your career here at Hillcrest, your teaching career, all the years that you've been announcing at homecoming and at senior night and everything. But the thing you're the most legendary for is putting up with the guy to your right and actually living your life with him. What is that like?
Well, you get a good taste of it every Friday night, and sometimes I feel the same way about you. Like, how do you survive every Friday night with him? At least it gives me a little break while I'm down watching football.
Well, talk about your career here at Hillcrest.
Well, it's been a long and storied career. This is my 27th year of teaching. I spent almost 15 of them at Hillcrest High School. My children have come through Hillcrest. I have a senior this year.
Empty nest soon.
Empty nest soon coming. I'm not excited about that. But I feel like Hillcrest is my home. It always has been. And I'm a Hillcrest Patriot in my heart forever.
Absolutely, absolutely, as is your husband.
Absolutely.
What does he even say?
I have no idea what he's saying. He's trying to cause a commotion, I believe.
Principal Jeff Hinton up here causing problems.
I think he's cheering me on in his own way.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what it is. He's a fan for sure.
He is a fan, and I'm a fan of his all the way.
We are. Hey, before you go,
Yes.
can you give us your breakdown of the game tonight?
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to get a huge victory to end our season. We are not excited that this is our last game, but we are about to make the best of it. One of my very best friends from college has a son who plays in the band at Oak Mountain. And so we want him to do really well, and then we want our football team to demolish them. So that's our goal for tonight.
Okay, sounds good to me. Well, thanks a lot, Leah. Thanks for stopping by. We had to give you some time
That's
because
right.
Lindsay's always coming up here getting camera time.
I don't know that I did as great as she did, but I gave it my best try.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you for having me on, and go Pats.
Go Pats. Thanks,
Okay.
Leah. The legendary Leah Armstrong. No more alliteration there. Legendary Leah, right? You like that? Okay. All right, so we're getting ready to get this game rolling as we have the banner on the north end zone lying on the ground for Oak Mountain as the team will make their way behind that banner in just a couple of minutes. The Hillcrest team over here on the south end zone is ready to roll the banner, the jump up and touch banner. If we can get a shot of that, but Darius is busy talking to Leah, so but that's okay. We'll let him go. But anyway, the team ready to come on. The brand new flags. Hey, those new flags look great, Brad. Join the broadcast.
Yes, they do.
You have a job to do here.
Yes, they do.
What is the size of those flags?
Well, I can tell you, Brent, that first flag with the Power H on it is 10 feet by 12 feet.
Hey,
that
Darius.
is a monstrous.
Darius, can you get a shot of those flags?
Take a picture of the flag.
Can you get a shot of those flags?
The big Power H in the front, being run by senior Zach Toll tonight, is 10 feet by 12 feet. That's a huge flag. And then the PATS behind them each measure 7 feet by 9 feet. And so those flags are gigantic. Now, I will say, the girls try to run the PATS, and they do a pretty good job. But it's difficult for them to run the Power H, which is why Zach is running it. And then, of course, the run under, which is 4 feet by 30 feet, and, goes pretty much from hash mark to hash mark, is another great piece that we've added this year to have some great spirit on the field. And we're trying to use these in basketball season some, too.
How are you going to get those in the gym?
Well, you can get them in the gym. The H may be a little difficult just because it takes up so much room. But then the other one, but I do think it's a good idea to maybe have the run under at some games and have the basketball team come out. But whatever the case is, I love it, and I'm glad that we purchased those.
And the captains are making their way onto the field. You see all the seniors lined up on the sideline, and the captains for Hillcrest out on the field as we prepare for the Alabama Credit Union coin toss. Thanks once again to Alabama Credit Union for sponsoring our coin toss for probably about the 10th year in a row. I think they've been doing this for quite some time, and we'll have to get our thanks in to all of our sponsors as we go along here tonight. The coin toss taking place as the official gets some last-minute instructions into the players out on the field, and we'll let you know what it turns out to be as soon as he makes that flip, and he's about to do that right now, I do believe. And no, is that it? No, he hadn't done it yet. The chatty ref.
Yeah, he's like, what are you going to call?
Okay. Here we go.
He's a rambling ref.
It lands, and it looks like Hillcrest has won the toss as the referee informs Hillcrest big defensive tackle number 59 there, Hunter Wilson. Hunter makes the call and says that Hillcrest will defend the north end zone. Actually, Oak Mountain chooses to defend the south end zone, but Hillcrest will defer to the second half, and Oak Mountain will have the ball first.
That's a good way to start. That's what we like. We like, regardless of whether we win the toss or not, we like having the ball second. So that's what I'm fired up for that.
Have the ball second and have the ball to start out the second half.
Yes.
Let's see. What does that say? Problems, 99 problems, but Hillcrest ain't one.
Oh, Whoa.
Okay,
sassy. Salty.
You're going with the 99 Problems song, a good reference from the late 90s.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And the Hillcrest banner says, "Go Pats."
Go Pat.
Go Pats. That's all we need. Simple is better. It's just the way we live our lives. We are a simple group.
There they come.
Look at that
There
H.
they come.
All right. That H is enormous. You're right. P-A-T-S behind it, and now you hear the band. But, I think that's going to be...
They're projecting away from us. It'll be fine.
That's not bad.
That's going to be bearable. It's actually going to bring the ambiance up a little bit.
Well, you know
right?
what?
Yeah,
like I was telling you in the text, Brent, I still think it's not as loud as that Central game a couple years ago when the speaker, we could reach out and touch it.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, in a way, I'm kind of glad we're out here because I'm enjoying this nighttime air, whereas in the press box, it's a little bit stuffy.
Definitely, and I've
get
said
the
this for several years.
circulation of the
I
air.
never mind being out here with our own people. Obviously, home games, it's not as conducive to that, but it's always nice being among people rooting the same way as we are.
It'll be a little bit different from that Hueytown game, right?
Yeah,
Where we had the entire home stands turned around and glaring at us.
We almost had to defend our cameraman's honor
Sure did.
after they were
That's
coming
okay, 'cause
after
we got his back.
we were ready for it, though. Okay,
You'll have more friends in this crowd than you did at Hueytown.
Hueytown, yes. So, yeah.
All right, so Oak Mountain, Darius and I were talking, or maybe it was you, Brian. I think it was Darius and I were talking. But is it just me, or do the Oak Mountain players look kind of on the small side?
Is it they look small, or we have just played such massively big teams this year that elevates relative to what we've seen? So I don't know, though. I'll say this: numbers-wise, it certainly is not a big group, though.
Here's my opinion. I think the red pants make them look smaller in the red end zone.
Yeah, maybe so.
I'm serious.
That's the optical illusion, is that
when they were in the red end zone, the red pants kind of,
And the number, like you're saying, the numbers too. How many players would you estimate are on that
60?
roster?
Somewhere around there. And first of all, I'd like to thank Keith Owens for doing these fantastic rosters for us every game. I told Keith all year they're invaluable, but oftentimes for region games, Keith has to print the offensive players for the other team on one page and the defensive players on the other page. So this is all in one right here. And like Brad was saying, it's no more than 60, 65 players that Oak Mountain actually has out there tonight. So, Oak Mountain is a huge school, so a little bit more surprised they don't have more kids playing football, though.
All right, and here we go. Thank you, Kylie, for delivering my binoculars to me. My eyes aren't quite what they used to be. We're ready for the Tiger Rock kickoff coming your way now from the foot of the kicker for the Hillcrest, who has been phenomenal this year, Elijah Miller. He has just really, really been a great addition to this team. And you know what? It's also nice that we've got Elijah for another year. He is not a senior here on senior night. All right, you're right, Brian. This is kind of weird watching this game from this angle.
It's a different angle,
I've never watched it. It feels like we're on the road.
I will say this. Every time that because, through the years, we broadcast outside a few times. I always enjoy being outside. And you guys remember at Bessemer City last time we were there, and it was kind of rainy, but there's no rain on the radar?
Right.
I really enjoyed being outside in the elements.
You remember Brookwood a few years ago?
When we hid under the small table?
We tried to do a broadcast from under a table.
Under the table. And then, Brent, we ended up in that little tiny press box that they had a long time ago.
Into our
there was only enough room for one of us, so we took turns looking out.
Right. Oh, boy, we've had some times, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Too bad it's all coming to an end. Well, I mean, eventually.
Right.
Not anytime soon.
I was about to say, are you retiring on it? I thought this was a retirement.
By the way, I have an announcement.
Okay, I was about to say, gracious.
I am retiring, but, like we said, it's a couple of years away, and I'll probably do this until I can't talk anymore. I'll be like Vern, or
You can be Keith
in
Jackson
the later days,
until your 80s.
Yeah, the later days of Vern, people are like, he can't even call a single person's name. Get him out of there, right? I'll still be doing this. Okay, here we go. Now the referee hands the ball to Elijah. He places it on the tee, and we are ready for the Tiger Rock kickoff. Whoa! There goes my rosters. about the
No
5-yard line.
No kick.
What happened?
Yeah, they called it. The whistle blew immediately right there. I don't know if we were offsides or something reset the play, but you can see the flag right there on our 40-yard line, Brent.
Yeah, it's a shame that we were offsides because that was a great kick by Elijah. High and in the corner at about the 5-yard line, exactly where you want it to be to pin the return man.
Yeah, and certainly an inauspicious start for us. Coach Patterson and Coach Palmore down there trying to figure out what exactly it was. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Coach Hinton is right. We were offsides on that play right there, and then that means we're going to have to kick off from the 35.
I have a feeling that Jeff Hinton's going to be a part of our broadcast screaming.
Whether Coach Hinton, we like it or not, he's welcome anytime on the broadcast.
We're going to have to pay him because he's going to be part of the broadcast for sure. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
So we'll back it up 5 yards, and Tiger Rock gets a bonus.
Hey.
Kickoff from Elijah Miller. Everybody moves up 5 yards from Oak Mountain. Toe to leather once again, and this one is kicked to the other corner and just as good fielded at the 6-yard line. Coverage team is there, makes the tackle at about the 25, and that is where Oak Mountain will start.
Good kick by Elijah. Nice start. Look, let's see what we can do defensively. I think you're going to see a 3-safety look by Hillcrest to try to play everything in front, read and react. Oak Mountain's quarterback now, he's shown some signs of life, guys. He certainly has some talent. I think we'll also hear a lot of Marty Myricks, the running back, the senior running back #1. I think we'll hear his name called several times tonight as well.
Charlie Vaccarella is the quarterback. Coach Mitchell mentioned him a couple of times this week as I was talking to him about Oak Mountain. This is the slowest game to get started ever. The coin toss took forever.
Last week by 7:08, it was already the middle of the second quarter. You know? And now we've had to run a play from scrimmage.
Well, you know, the coin toss took forever, the chatty
exactly
ref,
right.
and then it took him forever to put the ball on the tee, then the kickoff offsides, now this, and here we go. Finally, Vaccarella back to pass. He pumps, fakes, throws it deep down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Nice play there by the Pats, number 22, Kylan Norfleet, ready to break that one up.
It just so happens I saw before the Friday night rivals, Cason Lemons, the intended target.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 now from the 25. We're going to be dealing with this wind all night. Our rosters keep blowing away. Vaccarella in shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left side. Vaccarella will hand it off up the middle. Miles Madden there, ready to make the tackle on Marty Myricks. A lot of M's on that play. Miles Madden tackles Marty Myricks for only a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, good job right there by Miles. And I was talking to Coach Sweeney, who's on the other side of the ball, but even he had something to say. Every time he watches the defense, there's always Miles around the ball, and he's right.
Another junior who will be back with us next year. Vaccarella on 3rd and 8 in an empty set, takes it, looks down the field, passes it to the corner here, and it is incomplete. Nice breakup at about the 34-yard line by the Pats' Joe Davidson, the safety coming across to break it up.
Great coverage there by Joe from his safety position. The drag route coming from the far side to the near, and Joe covered that one well. You know, pass with the old PBU.
Yeah, back to receive, we see number 13, Jalen Cook back there. You know, no number 5 tonight, Jacoby Harris.
That's a shame.
You know, he's got a little bit of an ankle issue. I think, you know, if this game had meant something, Jacoby was considering trying to go, but with it, you know, pretty much just being the end of the year, Jacoby's going to rest through this game.
Here's the snap. The kick is away. It's a low, wobbly kick. Jalen goes over and fields it on the bounce. Will bring it up the sideline across midfield. And a nice return to about the 47-yard line of Oak Mountain. So the Pats will start in Eagle territory.
Really good job by Jalen Cook. At first, I was thinking he was going to let the ball run out of bounds, but he picked it up and got a nice gain. And look, we may think that's nothing, but that's worth a couple of first downs right there, fellas.
Absolutely. It picked up 15 to 20 yards there, Brad.
He fielded it at about the 32 and took it down to there. Well, they're marking it down at the 49.
Well, it's inside Oak Mountain territory. And look, that's a really good. If we would have picked up 19 yards on the first play, we'd be sitting here talking about how good of a play it was.
Absolutely. Those yards are often taken for granted. All right, Jordan Chambly in the gun. movement all over the place from Hillcrest. As that'll be a false start, as there was all kinds of confusion, and they'll back it up 5, make it 1st and 15.
Looked like everybody moved except for Jaden Peterson, the center.
Yeah.
And he may, obviously I love JP, but sometimes you just be like, well, he may have missed the snap count on that one.
Maybe so, maybe so.
That's okay. Live and learn. We'll battle again. Here we go.
You don't think we should give up after one false start?
I don't think so.
Okay. Chambly takes the snap, drops back, plenty of time, slings this one across complete to Caden Smith at the 42-yard line. That's a nice pickup of about 18, about 2 yards short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
And Caden is he's so fluid out there. And when that left Jordan's hands, I was thinking, oh, that's sailing over his head. He went up effortlessly and caught that ball, able to fall forward for a couple yards.
He's
really
got
nice
some
ball
hands.
by Chambly.
Yep.
Here's the toss sweep to DeJuan Johnson. DeJuan is met right at about the 45-yard line. He'll lose a couple of yards, and that'll make it a 3rd and 4 for the Pats.
Well sniffed out by the Oak Mountain D right there. By the time we saw number 0, DeJuan Johnson, catch the ball, he was getting hit about half a second after he caught the pitch.
Omari Taylor is the running back just to the right of Jordan Chambly in shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left to the far side of the field. Chambly throws this one over the head of Caden Smith, this time at about the 39-yard line of Oak Mountain. It'll be 4th down. And guys, I think that this, well, is the punting unit coming on?
There it comes, yep.
I was thinking that this might be one of those situations. You're across midfield. Your defense looked good the first time out. Why not go for it here on 4th and 4?
Well, the interesting thing, too, that play was there. And Chambly just kind of overthrew Caden, but Caden was open right around the sticks.
Yeah. As it is, Gunnar Webb, the punter, we call him, comes onto the field. He stands at his 42-yard line, ready to kick this one away. The return man stands at about the 6-yard line, and it is a fake. Caden Smith with the ball, and he will pick up the first down at about the 36-yard line.
What do you know?
So a little bit of trickery there.
It just so has Caden Smith been the personal protector any this year?
No, and I think they even sniffed it out.
I know.
Just was not a good enough athlete to do anything about it, Brad.
He's just too good.
The funny thing is, I talked to Coach Patterson earlier today, and we talked a little bit about defense versus offense, and you think about, okay, well, whenever you're playing guys that are good, your RPO run game, you want to be able to attack it with man-to-man. The only problem is, are your guys better than their guys?
Right.
Well, obviously that wasn't an RPO play, but it was a situation where, are your guys better than our guys? And in that one, no.
So after the successful fake punt, Hillcrest has it 1st and 10. Chambly under center. The snap, the handoff on the belly G to Omari Taylor. He's got a big opening. He's inside the 15 and brought down at about the 13-yard line. So a big pickup there for Omari Taylor, and another Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats.
I love that. Look, the quickness by Omari Taylor, and he really didn't get touched till he was about 12 yards down the field.
Great job by the left side.
Yes.
Lawson Allen over there, great hold for him. And like you said, Brad, he was 30 yards down the field before Oak Mountain knew he had the ball.
Inside the Centel Home Design red zone, Chambly rolling to his right. Slings this one out, intended for Jalen Cook, but it's over his head, incomplete. 2nd down.
We need to radio down there, don't go to that corner. That's our blind spot. So you can go to 95% of the end zone. Just don't go to right there to that spot.
I can see it okay.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Never mind.
You can see it even better than me.
Well,
I'm going to need more of a radio broadcast if it's down there. I need every second of it.
Only members of AARP can see it.
That's right. That's right. It's an exclusive club. Chambly under center. The snap, the handoff, up the middle to Omari Taylor once again. He spins his way forward to about the 10-yard line, and it will be 3rd down after the gain of around 3.5. We'll call it 3rd down and 6.
Chambly seems to be. This is a situation where I think we're going to see him throw. But if he could just settle down just a tad, he's thrown the ball, I think, 3 times from what I can think of, and 2 of them have been pretty hot. And even the completion to Caden Smith was a little hot, but Caden was just able to come up with it.
Jordan in shotgun. Jordan reverses field, but Oak Mountain will have nothing to do with it, and they sack him 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage back at the 15-yard line, making it 4th and 10 now for the Patriots, and Elijah Miller will come on to attempt the Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center field goal from 31 yards.
That play was discombobulated from the beginning, by the way. It looked like some sort of count issue.
Here's the snap, the placement, the kick is up, and it is through. Elijah Miller remains very impressive, only having 1 miss this entire season. You know, he gives the Pats the early 3-0 lead.
He's kind of developing, and I don't even know if I want to say developing because he's really a good kicker, but it's also a developing situation from a standpoint of how good can he be?
Yeah.
You know, because he's tough.
Yeah, I was talking to Elijah today. You know, the Hoover kid kicked a 55-yarder at the buzzer last week to beat Thompson. I said, Elijah, what's your long in practice? He said, Coach, I got a 55-yarder one time.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, we put him up there, and we see these awesome kickers throughout 7A the last 2 years. And Elijah, number 99, he's in that same category. You know, a leg that is good from 50-plus.
Well, what was the conversation before the game? That young man from Hoover, what he said, his longest he's ever made was 53.
He said he made 53 in practice, had never hit one beyond that. Hoover coach said, hey, go on out there.
Yeah.
It would not have been good for 55 and a third, but he didn't need that.
And, man, under the pressure, his longest field goal ever. That's pretty impressive.
Huge kudos to him. We got to find out his name, but credit to that kid.
Here's the Tiger Rock kickoff coming from Elijah Miller.
Wow.
A good deep kick will go into the end zone. I think, you know, this happened earlier when he got a long kick. On his kickoff, he has that extra juice, and he puts it in the end zone.
But he was listening to it, so that was perfect timing, Elijah. Like, I owe him lunch, because we were just talking about what a leg he had. That's arguably his best kickoff of the year.
That was solid.
He had some juice after that game-winning field goal that he kicked at Hueytown.
You're right.
Following kickoff, it went deep in the end zone as well.
You know, we're feeling a breeze
that
up
adrenaline
here.
going, you know?
Well, we're feeling a breeze up here at the top of the bleachers. But when I look at the uprights, we have little flags.
Yeah.
They seem to not be moving a whole lot. And then the flag in the end zone, the American flag, has not moved very much either.
Vaccarella takes the snap, hands it off to Myricks, who looks for some room around the outside, but he is tracked down, and forcing a fumble is Zay Hall, but Oak Mountain is able to recover it and get an extra 2 or 3 yards on the recovery.
Boy, you know what? I want to make sure that in this broadcast, we acknowledge the play of Zay Hall. Now, he's not the only senior that deserves credit from us, but boy, he's been so good for us.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be saying his name, I think, a lot in the future, but I think it's important that we recognize him tonight.
You'll see him making some big plays against Tennessee Vols in the coming years. Vaccarella being pressured by Zay. Zay knocks it loose, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Pats' Jamichael Watson.
Let's go, J-Mike.
And the Pats,
let's go.
That one was caused by Zay Hall right on cue.
I thought that was A.J. Love.
Was it number 9?
Was you maybe right? Did we replay it? Whatever the case is, Brent may be right. I know A.J. did provide some pressure, but I think Zay Hall.
Oh, okay.
But I know that there was plenty of pressure put on by the Pats.
Well, our favorite statistician over here, Ariel, right? She knows number 9 pretty well. And she said number 9 was influential on that play.
Okay.
All right.
Well, whatever the case is, Hillcrest with a huge interception.
I think Zay was too, though, Brent.
I think you may be right, Brent.
Well, A.J. Love, another one of those seniors who has contributed quite a bit to Hillcrest through his years here.
Another one of our Division I kids. You know, sometimes we celebrate Caden, we celebrate Zay, but, you know, we got number 9, A.J. Love, committed to Austin P.
That's right.
You know, I think.
Let's go P.
Well, exactly right.
Wait, that's halftime.
Well, no, that's me. That's me, yes. But anyway, I think sometimes we undersell also how good and how high a level ball something like Austin P is, Brent.
It's a Tidwell Paint and Body timeout, so we'll take a break, and we're back after this. Hillcrest 3, Oak Mountain nothing. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Women Initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity to grow your own workforce, to mentor young people, you can help give back to the community by helping students engage in a productive activity.
Back at Roy Johnson Stadium, 7:24 remaining in the first quarter. The Pats with the lead, 3-0 over the Oak Mountain Eagles. And after an interception by Jamichael Watson caused by A.J. Love, the Pats have it 1st and 10 at the Oak Mountain 28-yard line. Chambly in the gun. Omari Taylor to his right. Chambly takes it, drops back, looks for Caden. He's not there. He has to scramble. He's just going to keep this one and get what he can with his legs. Makes a nice spin move all the way down to the 16-yard line. And that is enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down after a gain of 12.
What a nice spin move. What's the button? Circle. On the PlayStation controller?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So nicely done there by Jordan. I did see Chambly on a post route, but I think he was just not quite as open as Jordan felt comfortable making the throw. And, of course, we'll take the nice gain there.
You saw Chambly on the post route.
I'm sorry, Curley.
Here's a big toss pitch made to Caden Smith around left end. Caden fights for extra yardage, gets it down to about the 10-yard line. That's a nice pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 in the Centel Home Design red zone.
Yeah, we're down a couple running backs today, and you can see we're just simply putting our best athlete back there. Number 3, Caden Smith. He ran the ball in the fake punt. Then we see on the option right there, Jordan with the good pitch. Caden picking up a good 6 yards on that first down.
And he also sang happy birthday to me.
Yes, he did.
On the Hillcrest Huddle Tuesday night.
Super talented singer.
All right, here's the snap to Chambly. Whistle. Looks like we might have a false start here.
Brent, did you talk to Caden about possibly being in one of your plays?
No.
With his musical abilities?
As a matter of fact, it was DJ Jones as well. And as soon as they finished the song, I said, if you guys ever give up football, don't take up singing.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Jeez.
Actually, looks like that penalty was on Oak Mountain, Brett.
Okay. We'll take it. And that will give us another Stephen Fikes All-State first down. This one a 1st and goal from the 7. Hey, look, if you can't see Coach B in that corner right there, you can watch right there.
Where Cade's going to run a skinny post right here. So it's going to be a perfect view for me.
Okay.
It is a situation right there.
It's open.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The snap and the handoff over left guard and the whistle before the play gets underway.
Let's see if we give it back to him.
Caden is signaling that it is on them. I'm going to think it's half the distance. It may be offsides on them again.
All right, let's see what the official has to say. The white cap says yes, it is offsides against Oak Mountain. So we'll move it half the distance, and that will take it down to about the 3-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 3 for the Pats.
Let's see if we go ahead and do a Jamie Mitchell special belly G right here. We see Caden was split out wide with single coverage. He's going back to huddle up, or if Coach Mitchell tries to throw a bit of a curveball and put it up in the air.
All right, Jordan under center. The handoff to DeJuan Johnson, and he barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. 5:50 left in the first quarter. The Pats extend the lead to 9-0, pending the extra point.
Great play right there, just like we see every week. If Coach Mitchell has a choice, he's going to run the football right there. So good job right there, giving the Pats an early 9-0 lead.
Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point coming your way from Elijah Miller to extend the lead to 10-0. We hope. Placement, kick, it's up, it's good. 10-0 Pats. Good guys looking good so far.
Man, this is a great start. Like you and I were talking pregame about motivation. This is great. They get the ball first, a quick 3 and out, and then a 10-0 lead halfway through this quarter, guys. That's about as good as a start as we could have hoped for. And maybe it's just after facing some of these extremely tough opponents. Oak Mountain's a much more manageable squad this evening.
Right.
So far, so good for the Patriots, man.
Brad, we got a second. Do you have any other games written down?
I was literally just trying to look up some.
I don't really have any games. I don't have any scores yet.
No.
Just a couple big games for this evening. You know, in Class 6A, Class 7A, we had that Hoover-Vestavia game. Big game right there.
Oh, that is a huge one, right?
Absolutely.
That's for the number 3 position in the
you know,
for the number 2 position.
After Hewitt lost to Prattville a couple weeks ago, though. So, you know, this is perfect, though. Oh, this is
you
great.
Like that view?
It's a good view.
What a great view.
Good view. Yes.
Man,
like when we throw it at the
tell you what. You know, we got some quality people around here.
Let's call what we see.
This guy is...
Jeff Hinton takes a step to his right, now back to his left. He turns and looks towards Armstrong. This is what we're seeing in front of us right now.
And his dad is right down there, but it looks like he wasn't a window maker.
Right.
What'd you say? We're live. This is live.
We are live.
We're so professional.
That's why they love us, right?
Yeah.
Elijah Miller, Tiger Rock kickoff, toe, leather, kick, high, deep, and into the end zone again. He's got the juice tonight, guys.
No doubt. Hey, a couple RSP signs, scoreboard updates. Prattville with an early 7-0 lead over Thompson.
Okay.
And amazingly enough, County is somehow already losing more than we're winning by. They're down 14-0 to Hewitt Trussville.
And while you guys were talking and delivering that score, we've got Jeff Hinton, who's definitely trying to get his on-camera time here tonight.
He is filling himself tonight. His PR juices are flowing.
There it is. All about the H. It's all about the H. That's it.
Okay, here we go. Back to the field. I know you can't see the play, but here's a handoff to Myrick around right in, and he's got some room. Past the sticks, about an 11-yard gain, and that'll be a first down for the Eagles.
Nice run by Myrick on the far side of the field. But look, he's been a talented running back for Oak Mountain all year, so there's no shock that he is successful. But I did like how he avoided the contact. I mean, he had a much smaller defender, and it just shows the out of bounds. I'm the one that takes
Vaccarella back to pass. This one is complete across the middle. The move is made, and up to the 45-yard line goes the receiver, Isaac Booth. So another first down on the first down play by the Eagles as they are bouncing right back here, moving the ball down the field.
And that tackle made by an emerging star, Dylan Banks, the freshman.
You're exactly right.
Man comes in motion. Vaccarella takes it, fakes the handoff, drops back. He's in trouble. He's able to scramble out of trouble, being chased by Zay Hall. Joe Davidson knocks him out of bounds for about a yard loss.
My chains!
Hey, that down marker, Brad.
Man, I just bought those chains.
Well, we might need to go back up down marker.
I think it's only.
Okay, we got it.
I think it's only as strong as its weakest link.
Oh, goodness.
Vaccarella in an empty set now, takes the snap, slings it out over here to the left side, way over everybody's head, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Eagles.
At some point I almost thought that might just be on purpose. So, I like that big horn. What was that?
Maybe somebody in the band? I don't know. It sounded like it came from there.
Yeah.
Yep.
3rd and long for the
I did
Eagles.
not like all those flugelhorns at homecoming.
No
those things need to be banned. Vaccarella hands it off to Myrick. Myrick looks for some room. He makes a nice cut, makes a nice hit on a couple of Patriots, but he's short of the first down. Great run of about 10 yards, but they needed 11. He'll be stopped at the 47. It's 4th and 1, and I think it's pretty certain that Oak Mountain will go for it here.
Well, if they don't, I would have a lot of questions.
Time for the Hillcrest defense to step up and get a stop here. 10-0 is nice, but it's not comfortable when there's still 4:40 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, certainly a team that has the explosive capabilities that Oak Mountain does. They've got some good pieces over on the outside of the field.
Yeah, the play clock, they don't have the play in yet, and the play clock is under 10, and Oak Mountain calls another Tidwell Paint and Body timeout.
And we will stay here for this Paint and Body, Tidwell Paint and Body timeout. And Guys, we're off to a fast start, 10-0, but Oak Mountain driving the ball now and saying, hey, we're not done yet.
And listen, Oak Mountain's a good ball club too. Sometimes I'm comparing them to the Hoovers of the world, to the Thompsons of the world, the Hewitts, the Vestavia of the world. But at the same time, that's still a solid ball club right there with a well-coached team. So we know they're going to answer now. We see their sophomore quarterback certainly progressing as the year has gone on. So 10 points is a far from safe league, Brent.
For sure. We had a lead last week as well.
Oh, Brent.
We started feeling good. That's the thing, is that it's never really comfortable until you get 3 or 4 scores up and you're in the mid-third quarter, right?
That's exactly right. A couple RSV Design scoreboard updates. Saraland leading Theodore 10-7, and Thompson has answered 7-7. Thompson and Prattville tied halfway through the first quarter.
This is not Vaccarella in the gun. This is the Wildcat. And picking up the first down is number 1, Marty Myrick's, who took the direct snap in the Wildcat. He crosses the 45-yard line down to the 43, and that will be a first down for the Eagles.
Nice design, nice execution, and a nice first down. How many first downs is that for Oak Mountain? That feels like about their second.
That's 4 right now on this drive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant third, but I was wrong either way. I'm still wrong.
Vaccarella back in the game. He'll hand it off to Myrick's, who looks for some room around right in. He's got some. Another 9.5-yard gain for Myrick's. Second down and short, as the Eagles look like they found something here.
Yeah, Brad, you mentioned this young man in the pregame right now. He runs the ball extremely hard through the first couple possessions right now. We can see Marty Myrick's right there. He's kind of been the bell cow for that Oak Mountain offense.
He certainly looks the part right now. He's kind of finding his groove. He did just check himself out of the game, though, guys.
Coming in for him is number 26, Judd Sachs. The snap, the fake to Sachs. Vaccarella back to pass. He'll keep this one, pick up the first down. He'll be tackled inside the 30 at about the 28. Coming up to make the tackle is Jeremiah Beverly, but not until Vaccarella is able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, but a junior, too. You mentioned earlier Miles. We got another year with him, another year with Bev also. So certainly looking forward to what he can do. This year he was kind of an auxiliary piece on that defensive line, and next year he'll be a focal point. Not quite sure why the chains haven't moved.
I don't know.
Holding. On us.
Against Hillcrest.
You don't see a lot of defensive holds.
Especially on I guess it was a pass. It was a pass play.
Correct.
So the holding must have happened in the defensive secondary at some point.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Well, it was at 10 yards in high school.
Defensive holding?
But they're going to take, I guess, do they get to add on?
No, they're back to the line of scrimmage.
And then they're marking it off from the foul.
Oh, it's a 10-yard penalty in high school. That makes sense then.
Okay, so they could have had it at the 26-yard line, but instead they took it back to the spot of the foul, which backed it up about 5 or 6 yards, and now the new line of scrimmage is the 23, 1st and 10. That's kind of strange. 3:10 and counting in the first quarter. The Pats up 10-0, but Oak Mountain driving at Hillcrest 23-yard line, 1st and 10. They have taken it from their own 20-yard line to this point. Picked up 5 first downs. Here's Vaccarella just on a keeper, hit by Miles Madden, and now a host of other Patriots as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Brad, you mentioned earlier we need to talk more about Zay. Zay Hall was triple teamed right there. He had a back, and he had the tight end, and he had either the guard or the tackle right there. So obviously he is no secret to the Oak Mountain coaching staff as well that number 1, although he may not always get his name called, he's a big playmaker for us.
Vaccarella takes it, hands it off to Myrick's. Myrick's has nowhere to go as he is met by the Patriots' big number 96, Deshaun Pope, after that play was blown up by Miles Madden in the backfield.
Guys, let's take just a second to give Deshaun Pope some love. Another another senior D1 commit who is committed to play at North Alabama. And so another great defender in that Hillcrest defense representing the senior class and Patriot Nation.
Hillcrest football trivia. What player from about 3 or 4 years ago signed with North Alabama?
Kendrick Davis.
Yes, you got it.
I got another North Alabama trivia question in a second.
I got a good one too.
Okay.
All right, Vaccarella back to pass, rolling to his right, being pressured, slings this one down to the right sideline, and it is caught. Yes, I believe it is. No, they called it incomplete.
Brad, real quick.
Are you sure? Okay, yeah, I guess
he
so.
called it incomplete.
So it's
Brad,
4th and 12.
I already know the answer to the question.
Let's see if Brad knows it. When he left North Alabama, he was the all-time leader in total yards for a quarterback, passing and rushing combined.
And just a player? No, we're not talking about Hillcrest here.
Hillcrest player.
He was a Hillcrest player. I don't know.
Okay, Brad, you know.
Wingo.
There's Luke Wingo, right? There's Luke Wingo, correct.
Yeah. Rich Wingo's son.
That is right.
Who was our sponsor for a few years there, too, and also a fantastic linebacker at the University of Alabama in the 70s. This is going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt by the Eagles. The placement, the kick is down, the kick is up, I should say, and the kick is through. So Oak Mountain scratches the surface. 10-3 now, 1:27 remaining in the first quarter. You want my trivia question, North Alabama?
Absolutely. Then I got a statement.
Okay. All right, at North Alabama, whose daughter was peed on by the North Alabama Lion at the Trumbauer Theater Festival in 2013?
Your daughter.
My daughter. The Lion peed on my daughter Zoe. She was standing near the fence.
How about this? For an extra $5,
okay.
Can you name the Lion?
Una.
Una's correct.
Una, yes.
You are correct.
Yes.
And now it's turned into a daily double.
I hate to move the conversation on from pet urine. However, do you think we're seeing
a lion a pet? A pet? Is a lion a pet?
If it's at North Alabama and it's named Una, it's a pet.
Okay.
I mean, do you think both these kickers are going to be kicking on Saturday soon?
Maybe so.
That's pretty good.
I've seen kickers on Saturdays have not done as well as that, okay?
I'll tell you what, that was pretty impressive.
It was solid, yeah.
What was that young man's name? Because that was a heck of a kick.
That was number 99, Joseph Junkin. He's a freshman.
And he's number 99.
And he's a freshman.
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah. That's what that FR period stands for.
There's no period.
Just FR, man.
Oh, but all the rest of them have periods, but that one doesn't. So maybe he's a special kind of freshman. I don't know. All right, speaking of kicking, it's a Tiger Rock kickoff, and it's a high pooch kick, which is fielded at about the 36-yard line and moved up nicely. Still the pile moving.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Close to midfield at about the 48-yard line. Who was that? Was that Joe Davidson?
I don't think so. I think it was Omari Taylor, but I have to see. Here he comes with the ball.
That was Omari. That was Omari.
Okay,
wow.
Great play.
Omari fighting hard for those extra yards on that short little pooch kick. What do you think they were doing there? Were they trying to get it to hit the ground?
No, I think they're just trying to keep it out of the hands of Caden Smith.
Well, it didn't do a whole lot of good because Hillcrest is starting at near midfield. You got a better chance of getting Caden down if he receives it back at the 4 or 5 yard line, don't you? Chances are he's not going to make it to the 48.
I agree with you, Brian. I mean, that seems nonsensical if you're trying to limit field position to, even at worst, we'd have fair caught the ball on the 40.
Right, I'll take it. Okay, Chambly in the gun. Here's a quick pitch over to the right side to Austin Cherry. Austin's got some room, makes a nice cut upfield. He'll be brought down in Eagle territory at about the 42-yard line. Pickup of about 9 yards, just about a yard short. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Great play by 11. I thought he was going to lose yards when he caught it. He hit that B button immediately right there, and the senior picked up, really turned a no gain into a 9-yard gain.
2nd and 1. Jordan in the gun. Omari Taylor to his right. Jordan takes it, and he'll keep it just up the center, and he's got the first down and more as he crosses the 35 down to the 34. Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
I'd like to give a little shout-out to that defensive back there, Clay Mills from Oak Mountain, taking a licking there by Jordan Chambly, but he made a nice tackle. I thought Jordan Chambly was going to be able to truck him, which he did, but he made a nice tackle.
Yeah, but Hillcrest does have a chance if they want, and it looks like they will, take this to the end of the first quarter.
All right, so the end of one, Hillcrest up 10-3. We're back after this. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies, and I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service. So
Back at Roy Johnson Stadium, the Pats up 10-3. That's our score here. We have some RSV Design scoreboard updates, right, guys?
So go to Brad. Brad, you go. You can take them.
Okay, first of all, Brian, fill me in. Yep. But I've got Hewitt 21, County High nothing.
That's right. Hewitt just added another touchdown, really, as we were on break to make it 21-0.
Hoover leads Vestavia 10-8 in what's sure to be a nail-biter.
Yeah, and Brad, we know the name. Charlie Toft, he scored a 1-yard touchdown for the Rebs, and then LeMaster with the 2-point conversion to make it 10-8.
I have no doubt that game will be a barn burner.
I agree.
Okay. Thompson Prattville 7-7 is what I last had. I've got Saraland 10, Theodore 7. And then the other 2 games that I'm just interested in watching, Gordo at Carbon Hill and ACA and Holt. So
definitely
just some local teams.
No doubt.
Obviously, look,
another big one.
Implications are all around us. Obviously, they don't involve us. I was just telling Brian off the air, and for those of you that are Hillcrest Patriots, you know this to be the case. The days of the excitement that we had to be scoreboard watching at this time of year, to know what our playoff matchups were, was just exhilarating. I long for those days.
Well, who knows? They may return.
Here's the thing. We have had those days until this week. So we almost made it to the end of the season with having that drama.
And I'll say this. I do think that this has been a successful year, despite the fact now Coach Mitchell and company will tell you the growth that they've had, the relationships that they've built, the players that have just gotten better. It's just been a phenomenal season. So, just, it's not a make or break year just to make the playoffs, right?
Right.
But at the same time, it is a mark of a program's success. It's not the only mark, though. And, I hate to sound like County High, but at the same time, sometimes when you don't make the playoffs, you've got to find other ways that you were successful.
Well, let's look at it this way. 2 years in 7A, and assuming we win this game here tonight, 2 winning seasons
12-8,
in 7A.
If we win tonight, we're sitting at 11-8 for the last 2 seasons.
Right.
So regardless of the 2 seasons in 7A will have been
above 500. That's true. That's true. But I think you're right. I think it's going to be 12-8.
Yeah, I agree with that, Brian. That's what we're going for.
In good position to make that happen right now with a 10-3 lead and a first down at the Oak Mountain 35-yard line.
Yeah, and guys, a few longer timeouts, and Jeff just told me this. With the Over the Mountain Network, we do have TV timeouts now, so a little bit longer this evening. We see them down there on the field right there. So
that's why this game is going so slowly.
That's exactly right.
Not only did they displace us, they slow us down.
Well, and here's
make me get home later.
Nothing we're better at than talking, though.
Well, and we never have to worry about taking our own break because they're going to take them, and we'll just break when they do.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Brad, one more game that I'm interested in is that Northside Demopolis game.
Okay.
That will decide.
That's a huge game.
Yeah, the winner of the 5A Region 3.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is a gigantic game.
And it's relatively local.
Yes. We certainly have some people at our school that are involved in the Northside community.
I agree.
Yep.
Lots of time for the RSV Design scoreboard updates. And thanks to Robin Spence Vanderford, right?
That's right. Yeah. RSV Designs, rsvdesigns.com.
Many years.
And it looks like the Hillcrest offense is being called. I think it's really one of those things where we still have this much time left.
This is like
we might as well get some
What are they doing, like a telethon?
It's like an old SEC on CBS.
Can you see? You said telethon. That makes me think. The 3 of us sitting by some old school phones. Hey, here's Coach P. He's just waiting on you to go.
He's got the juggling act coming up next.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hinton, for your $5 donation to the Hillcrest General real fun.
That $5 will get you a Coke and a smile.
We got time to do it, that's for sure.
Oh, hey,
I will say then, if you're listening to the broadcast and you'd like to donate money, please, give the money to Hillcrest, but make the check out to Brad Armstrong.
You know what I forgot to do that we could fill this time with? My wife got me a book. My wife got me a book for my birthday, and the book is Facts That Most People Think Are Baloney.
Okay.
It's another word.
Good.
Not
I have
baloney,
no idea what you're talking about, but yes.
But that would have been interesting to hear tonight.
By this point, we'd be halfway through it, so, at this break. So,
I think it is important to note, any donation made to Hillcrest High School between now and the end of the calendar year, December 31st, is tax deductible.
Oh, that's a big deal.
And that's huge.
And any amount. We will take any amount.
We'll take it.
Any
And we'll
amount.
write you a letter.
Well, look, we're back to action now, guys. Chamblee takes the snap, and he'll keep it up the middle. He's got a nice
Brad,
little gain of about 7, 2nd and 3.
If you make an over $1,000 donation, you get a signed picture of Jeff Hinton. Right there, a signed picture of Jeff Hinton, okay? Yes.
$500 or more.
Yep.
Get your name on the front digital marketing
There we
for
go.
a whole year.
There we go. There we
you
go.
heard it here first.
Yep.
$500 or more, get your name on the digital marquee, and a letter on letterhead that says you made a tax-deductible donation.
There you go.
And still a signed picture of Jeff Hinton. Yeah.
2nd and 3 for the Pats. Jordan under center. He'll sling this one out to the right side, complete. And look, y'all, there's a completion to the tight end.
Jamarian Williams told me, listen, Jamarian told me in the lobby today.
Yeah.
He said, Coach, I got you on a catch. I said, no way. Even if they throw it to you, you're not going to catch it. And I was just kidding with him, right? And he said, whatever, Coach, I got you.
You're going to hear about it Monday. You're going to hear about it Monday.
I owe him a cold Coca-Cola.
He's got it, and it's inside the Centel Home Design Red Zone and a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Thanks to those sponsors.
Exactly, and make that a cold Pepsi.
I was about to say, we're at Buffalo Rock School, Pepsi.
Chamblee takes the high snap, slings this one over the right side, and look who it is again. Wow. And right on cue, the Pats pick tight end, number 81, Jamarian Williams, gets the touchdown. Wow.
I owe him two, Coach. 2 Pepsis.
Isn't winning fun?
Jamarian Williams will get a Pepsi Cola and a Mountain Dew from Brad Armstrong. You know what? I might even throw in a Snickers bar.
16-3 pending the extra point, 10:44 remaining in the first half. Oh, and it's a pass from Caden Smith. And the 2-point conversion is good from Caden Smith to Trent Curley.
Nice. No, that was to Kylan Cozon.
Oh, it was Cozon.
Yes.
Okay. So Kylan, scoring a few points this year as well.
He sure has.
Big play for Kylan on senior night. I know Angie and Mike are here. I talked to them afterwards. I know they're always proud of Kylan, but big moment for that family on senior night.
Wait a minute, hold on. You talked to them afterwards?
I talked to them, I talked to them after the James Spann, the little ABC 3340 before the kickoff.
I was about to say, doing some time travel.
I have. You're going to enjoy the end of this game.
All right. Well, I'm enjoying it right now. 18-3, Pats, 10:44 remaining in the first half. I'll take that all day.
No doubt, Brent.
Culminating in a 16-yard touchdown.
That was great. And they ran the flags in the end zone, which was really good looking with that big Power H. I love those gigantic flags, and why wouldn't I? We designed them and bought them.
I don't think there's any doubt how much you love these flags, Brad. But the flags look fantastic. The flags look, if anybody would like to sponsor some more flags, we'll be happy to take it.
You know what?
Those flags aren't cheap.
No, they are not. They are not.
What?
All right. We are in timeout once again, guys.
Lord. Are we?
Here we go. Let's go back to the Bama Stuff broadcast booth here as my papers fly around everywhere. We're going to get a lot of airtime here on the Bama Stuff broadcast booth as it takes so long to come back from the timeouts, from the TV timeouts. We'll throw in some extra commercials for our sponsors tonight. How about that?
Sure. Yes, please do.
They certainly deserve it. Elijah Miller on for the extra point, the Tiger Rock kickoff. Here's the kick. It's a line drive kick that's bobbled at the 4 and scooped up by the receiver, and he will be brought down by Austin Cherry at the 10-yard line.
Great play by Austin Cherry. He took advantage of the bobbling by Oak Mountain's return game, and the attacking kick coverage was able to get home successfully. There is a flag on the far side of the field, guys, at around the 13-yard line, and it's a hold on Oak Mountain.
Half the distance.
Oh, my goodness.
That'll put them inside. I'll put them right about the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
That is horrible field position. Now let's take advantage, and let's take the wings off the Eagles.
Wonder if the Eagles have why can't I think of what it's called? The Jalen Hurts quarterback sneak, the tush push.
The tush push,
I can't think of what it was called. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't know.
If you're Eagles, you're supposed to have it, right?
I get it, yeah.
Yeah, they'll back it up to inside the 5.
Wow, that doesn't seem like it's properly adjudicated to me. But I'm not an official.
We'll
and I'm
take it,
trying
though.
to stay off the officials. Shouldn't it have just been half the distance, but maybe not.
Charlie Vaccarella is
Was it
standing.
on the 10?
Yeah, but no, it was on the 13. The penalty. Well, maybe you're right.
I thought it was like the 10 and a half.
They're
never
taking
mind.
a second
the
look
ball
at it.
was
Wait.
down on
Yeah,
the 10.
Here's another flag, guys. What is this one?
Offsides on us, it looks like.
Offsides against Hillcrest gives them 5 yards back, so they'll move it up to the 10, and it's first down and 5. Vaccarella calls for it, hands it off to Myricks. Myricks dancing around in the backfield, and look, Miles Madden there to bring him down at about the 11, along with Hunter Wilson. Pickup of about 2, and it'll be second down and 3.
Look, Jeremiah Beverly, a junior, made a really nice play there. Wasn't able to get the tackle in the backfield, but did get some nice penetration into the offensive backfield of Oak Mountain. And there was certainly a chance for Oak Mountain to lose some yardage, but Myricks did a really good job getting 2 yards there for the Eagles.
Myricks flanks Vaccarella to his right. Vaccarella is going to keep this one around right in, looking for some room, and he's got some space, and he will have a nice gainer down to the 29-yard line. Pickup of about 17 on that carry by Vaccarella, and that's a first down for the Eagles.
That's a really good run by Vaccarella. Nice athleticism there, and also well done by that offensive line. They really needed that to get out of trouble as they were deep into Hillcrest territory, or deep in their own territory.
Shift made at the line of scrimmage as Vaccarella calls for it.
Yep. That's on them.
Yep, 73.
False start. Will back it up 5 for the Eagles.
So a couple of mishaps by both teams have put us here, Brent. Of course, Hillcrest leads 18-3, 9:30 to play in the half. Oak Mountain has to feel like they need something here to stay relative in this particular half.
Vaccarella takes it, drops back, rolls to his left, slings it down the field, and it is complete at the 40-yard line. Nice toss there on the completion to Kason Lemons, the wide receiver, and that'll be enough for a first down for the Eagles.
Nice job, man. I like that. Nice little comeback route by Lemons. Sure catch. And he's a pretty big kid, too. You know, Joe's standing about 5'10", 5'11". Lemons is probably in the neighborhood of 6'3". Well done.
New line of scrimmage, the 40 of the Eagles. Fake to Myricks. Pass over here to the right side. Complete and out of bounds at about the 42. So only a pickup of a couple on the first down. Little swing pass to the right.
Well, and good recognition by Camarcus Silvers, who just kind of rode the ball carrier to the out of bounds and got credit for the tackle there with a short gain by Oak Mountain.
Vaccarella in the empty set. Checks for the play change from the sidelines. 9:03, 18-3. 9:03 remaining in the first half. 18-3 Hillcrest. Vaccarella takes it, drops back, being pressured, slings this one over. A back shoulder throw is complete into Hillcrest territory down to the 42, and that is a pickup of 18 and another first down for the Eagles.
Great
Oak Mountain is moving the ball pretty well here
Absolutely.
tonight.
You see, that was a great timing route there. That ball was out of his hand by the time he came out of the break. Came back 2 yards right on cue.
Yeah, I happened to see. I'm telling you, the kid was not only was it a good play, and he's had several good catches tonight already, Lemons, but he's their scholar athlete. So credit to him. He has 2 really good plays in a row. That's offensive flag.
Hands it off to Myricks. Myricks is hit by Marvin Johnson in the backfield. He's able to bounce off
That's
of that,
illegal.
bouncing off a few more tacklers, and what a run by Myricks as he moves it all the way inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
They got it, Brad.
Yeah.
It's 2-man in motion.
Well, they had a guy that set on the line, but he didn't set prior to the snap, and then, but they did call it. So yeah, the shift.
Illegal shift against Oak Mountain, and that's a shame for Myricks because that was a heck of a run.
Well, he was gifted. He was kind of pulled along by some offensive line, and they don't call that anymore. That used to be illegal for you to be pulled by your offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And technically it's still illegal, but nobody calls it, which I don't really care because we benefit from it too. So.
The illegal shift will back it up 5 yards to the 46. It'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah. Need a big play here. Oak Mountain's kind of having their way. They're kind of settling in. And this has been a nice drive, remember, that started at the Oak Mountain 5-yard line, guys. So far, 50 yards, just about.
The snap and the handoff around left end to Myricks, who cuts it upfield. Inside the 40 to the 39. Pickup of 7. Well short of the first down, though. That'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Oak Mountain offensive line did a really good job of just kind of moving along the line of scrimmage, and then Myrick was able to find his hole and cut up in there for nice yardage. Picked up about 7 or 8.
Vaccarella gives it to Myricks again. He dances through the middle. Miles Madden comes up to make the tackle. Short gain of about 1. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, and I would think, Brad, we're probably in 4-down territory for Oak Mountain. When you turn 50, it gets hard. But with that leg that freshman kicker has, that Joseph Junkin, who knows where field goal range might be, though.
Yeah, good thing the defense was able to clog up that middle run.
Vaccarella calls for it, takes it, drops straight back, throws across the middle, complete, down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of about 13, and that's enough for another first down for the Eagles. This offense for Oak Mountain has moved the ball. They just haven't been able to put it in the end zone.
Well, that was Lemons again, by the way, guys. That's his 3rd catch on this drive, all for significant yardage.
Yeah, Kason Lemons seems to be the go-to guy for the Eagles.
He keeps finding soft spots in the zone and does a great job just settling into it. And then a great job by number 11, Charlie Vaccarella, finding him.
Well, you know what they say, if football gives you lemons, throw it to him.
That's right. I think I've heard that before.
Here's the handoff.
Oh, nothing.
Nice defensive play there by the Pats. That was a different running back, Judd Sachs.
Yeah, a nice play there by Zay Hall as he kind of shed a blocker while he made the tackle. But you're right, guys. This has been a very impressive drive for the Eagles.
No gain on that carry by Sachs. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 28. Vaccarella Empty set, rolls to his right, throws back to his left. The receiver is wide open, and that is Lemons. Again, somebody missed an assignment there as there was nobody within 15 yards of Lemons. Easy pitch and catch for the score for the Eagles, cutting it to 18-9, 5:39 remaining in this first half.
I wish the boys on the field could listen to the broadcast, because there's about one Oak Mountain receiver that they're going to throw it to, and it's big number Ocho. But well disguised by Oak Mountain. Give their coaching staff credit, because I like the design of that play, and they were able to find an open target.
Certainly fooled the Hillcrest defensive backfield. Snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. 18-10, guys. Here with 5:39 left. We're up here having fun and celebrating and everything. And Oak Mountain takes the ball. Think about this, guys. They started this. This was a 95-yard drive.
About to say that much. Honestly,
95 yards.
It's kind of a game saver right there. You're down 18-3. If you don't put it up, we get the ball back. Our offense has been in sync right there. So great job by Oak Mountain answering there. Being down 18-3 on the road, last game of the year, nothing to play for, nothing next week. You know, kind of having the intestinal fortitude to drive it 95 yards and get right back in it. Honestly, right on the shoulders. You're right, Brad. You said no other wide receivers. I don't know who else has a catch, but Lemons was dominant that drive.
Well, and it feels like at some point, I know Coach Patterson and the defense will start making some adjustments, and just knowing that if 8 is in a route, he is their number one look.
Yeah.
And, you know, you almost kind of take the mindset of, we know they're going to throw it to him. Can they beat us with somebody besides number 8?
Right.
The other thing is, you know, not only did they need a score to stay in it from a score standpoint, but guys, Hillcrest has an opportunity here. They possess the ball now. Obviously, I have no idea if they're going to be able to keep it 5 minutes and 39 seconds, but wouldn't it be nice to keep it, score at the end? They're getting the ball back at the beginning of the second half as well. Hillcrest is.
Be nice to get a two-for
That's what I was getting ready to say. It's an opportunity for Hillcrest to really kind of blow the doors open if they can get a score here, and then, of course, do it again and consolidate with one at the beginning of the second half.
Sorry to backtrack a little bit. I just looked up Casey Lemon's measurables right there. Max Preps has him listed as 6'4", 180, though. So a little skinnier than I thought, but certainly a tall kid.
Got some length for sure. Here's the kickoff, Tiger Rock kickoff, and who's got that? Is that
Omari again?
Is that Omari again? Yeah, nice. I don't know the strategy on this kickoff, because they're giving the ball to Hillcrest at the 40-plus yard line
and the
every
young man
time.
Obviously has the leg.
He has the leg.
We've seen it to where he can put it possibly a touchback. Are you that
scared of Caden?
Apparently the answer is yes, Brent, because they did it twice.
The other thing is, guys, this is the direction with which the wind is blowing, and if there's any wind. But you know, in the first quarter, we saw Elijah kicking from left to right on your radio dial, taking advantage of the breeze. But in the second quarter, he kind of had to line drive it a little bit.
All right. And there's DeJuan Johnson on the carry over right end, and he'll pick up a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
DeJuan has come in to a tough spot. You know, Jacoby Harris, a really, really talented running back, somebody that will probably be seeing play beyond his Hillcrest years, and has an injury. And then, of course, DeJuan Johnson kind of filling his role and done pretty well the last 2 weeks.
Omari stepping up nicely as well. Chambly back to pass. Slings this one across the middle, looking for the tight end, Williams again. Incomplete this time.
Well, Jamari obviously had those 2 big catches to end the drive last time, so he's got some hot hands, but it looked like they were cooled down a little bit, and maybe I can save my pride just a tad. But I'm certainly rooting for swallowing my pride with him catching the ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him catch a few more.
Yeah. I just like to talk trash to Jamari. He's a really, really likable kid.
4:52 remaining, 3rd and 8 now, and here comes a flag from the right sideline.
Flag on the play.
What is?
It looks like this.
Is it going to be offsides on Hillcrest?
I don't know. Or is
Maybe
it
a sideline warning. Sideline warning is what I'm guessing.
He got an earful from somebody he didn't like it, so he threw his flag. But it's going to back it up 5 yards.
Offsides. Yeah,
is it
offsides?
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I thought it was it too. He pointed at Coach Ashley, to be quite honest with you, and I thought Bert had said something.
Well, Bert's pretty good to, not say anything. I mean, I'm just kidding. He says a lot.
So that'll make it 3rd down and about 14 for the Pats. Chambly drops back to pass. He's being pressured. He's just going to try to run for this one, but he's going to be met by a couple of Eagles at about the 41-yard line, which is well short of the first down. And it'll be 4th down and 10 for the Pats, and they'll be forced to punt, guys. Oak Mountain getting the ball back with 4+ minutes left and only a score down.
Yeah, well, it's a nice defensive series there by Oak Mountain. And, of course, look, tonight there have been more offsides on the offense than I've seen the entire season. Of course, I do see Caden Smith in the up back. Not that he'll sneak it again. I don't think it'll be another fake. But I do see Caden Smith in that up back personal protector position. Yeah. So maybe he's been there longer than I think.
Fourth and 10 from your own 41 is a little bit different position to try to run a fake from. Especially when you have the lead. A high spiral kick from Gunner. Takes a Hillcrest bounce. And for some unknown reason, the Pats' Trent Curley decides to catch it as it was taking a Hillcrest bounce, and he's getting an earful right now regarding doing that from Coach Greg Patterson.
Golly, that's my biggest pet peeve.
Could have bounced another 6-7 yards.
Or
6-7.
Yeah, thanks, Brent. Why don't you join the sophomore class? At least 6 or 7 yards, by the way.
Yes.
And I'm sure Gunner was like, man, you're going to help my average.
All right. Line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line. The Eagles drove it 95 yards the last time they had the ball. Let's see if the defense can stiffen here and hold on to this lead, as it's going to be a keeper by Vaccarella on a quarterback draw. And he'll cross the 30 to about the 31. That's a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Brad, they know what you know. They're trying to make sure this is the last possession of the half, no matter what happens. Of course, they want points, but knowing Hillcrest gets the ball in the second half, guys, they want to make sure that we do not get the ball anymore in this first half.
Well, they're trying to really spread Hillcrest out defensively, too, and shoot in the middle.
Vaccarella hands it off to Myricks. Myricks is met in the backfield. Big number 94, Jeremiah Beverly, bringing him down short of the original line of scrimmage. They may give him the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
This is actually, to me, okay, so both teams are sitting with 3 Tidwell, well, Hillcrest is for sure, but I can't see because the scoreboard's saying get loud. But I'm pretty sure Hillcrest has 3 Tidwell paint body timeouts remaining. And I'd love to see.
We do. Yeah, that's right.
And I think we'll use them if we get the opportunity to do so here.
Big 3rd down play. Vaccarella calls for it, takes it, slings it on the slant pattern and complete, crossing midfield to the 40, to the 35 of Hillcrest. On the reception there by Joey Carboni.
Well, they heard what we heard. You know, I think our defense was down there keying on number 8, Lemons, and then we have single coverage right there, and he just found a huge gap in the middle and picked up a 40-yard gain.
New line of scrimmage, the 33-yard line. Vaccarella will hand it off to Myricks. Myricks met after a short gain of about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as the clock rolls at 2:48. And suddenly, guys, our fun times up here on the back row of the bleachers is turning serious.
I want fun again. And we know our mood mirrors what's going on in the field right now. So maybe we can see if we can get a big turnover here near the end of the first half and put some more points up for the good guys.
18-10, 2:25 and counting now. As the Eagles come up to the line of scrimmage, Vaccarella calls for it, takes it, looks down the left sideline, and this one is incomplete, but it's going to be pass interference against the Pats because the Pats number 22
Kylan
Norfleet did not turn around and look for the ball, so it's pass interference, and it'll be 15.
Man, I hate to admit it, but I think that's probably a good call right there. Didn't turn his head, and I thought he had a handful of the Oak Mountains young man's jersey as well.
He was in phase with him as well. All he had to do was turn around.
Automatic first down.
So the Eagles move it closer to the goal line into the Centel Home Design red zone. First down and 10 from the 18.
Oak Mountain has adjusted well, in my opinion, guys. They've really tried to start. You know, there have been several sets where there's 4 wide, 5 wide, this time 3 wide.
Vaccarella with the keeper around right in. He's got some room inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. He will be brought down by Kylan Norfleet, but enough for another first down. It'll be first and goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, and we're getting to the point now where I wonder if Jamie Mitchell might consider using one of his 3 Tidwell paint and body timeouts to give Jordan Chamblee and that offense a little more time on that possession. Because at this point, Oak Mountain time is not a factor with them having 2 timeouts left.
150 and counting. First and goal for the Eagles. Vaccarella will hand it off to Myrick's, and Myrick's is in the end zone for the touchdown for the Eagles. Cutting the score to 18-16. Right here, do you go? Wait a minute, is there?
There's no flag on the play. I thought there might have been.
Well, but the officials are having a discussion.
I do see the official kind of looking around like he's about to say something.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to give some kind of signal here. Or is he?
I don't know what he's doing. It's a sideline warning, which means nothing.
Against Oak Mountain.
So, okay. That's basically like not saying a thing.
It doesn't negate the score.
Well, the score's still not up there. We sure. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Apparently, there's also a penalty. It looks like an offsides on Oak Mountain.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see if we can get the call from the official.
We haven't seen a call. Okay, so some sort of infraction.
I saw him do this.
So did I.
Does that mean sideline warning?
Yeah, that's a sideline warning, but there may have been something else.
He didn't signal anything else, but I agree. That's not a 5-yard penalty on the first one.
One of the things I'm thinking about here, too, is Oak Mountain, regardless, is using this clock when, you know, Hillcrest does have 3 Tidwell paint and body timeouts remaining, guys.
Now it's first and goal from the 9 as the touchdown is taken off the board. 1:20 remaining. Here's a pass over to the left side, and tackled out of bounds is Lemons at about the 7-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 1:11. Still first and goal from the 7.
Yeah, pretty good defensive
Second and goal,
play.
sorry.
Pretty good defensive play by the Hillcrest defense. But look, this is still a situation where Hillcrest is going to have to kind of mind their timeouts. Do you want to use one? What are you comfortable with? I think at 1:11, you're still okay with holding those as much as possible. But if there's a tackle inbounds, I wouldn't be completely shocked to see Jamie Mitchell and the Hillcrest coaching staff take a Tidwell paint and body timeout.
Okay, Vaccarella takes it, hands it off to Myrick's. Myrick's brings it inside the 5. He'll be brought down at about the 3. Third down and goal from the 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Brad. Is he going to use one? But it looks like Coach Mitchell's content right now, relying on the defense for this end of this first half.
Yeah, we're under a minute now, down to 48 seconds and counting. Oak Mountain taking their time getting up to the line of scrimmage. It'd be a great time for the Hillcrest defense to dig in right here. Vaccarella's going to keep this one around right in, and he will be stopped short at the line of scrimmage. A.J. Love coming up to make that tackle as the clock continues to roll. It is 4th down, 22 seconds, and I think we're going to see a timeout for sure here.
Well, you figure
from Oak Mountain.
Yeah, you figure right there with 1 second left, 2 seconds left, they'll have 1 play left in this half. Whether they go for 3 or 6, there's no use in allowing Hillcrest any time on the clock.
Well, they have the ball on the 2-yard line, I believe. Yeah, it's about the 3. It's about the 3-yard line. And they'll call a timeout with 1.4 seconds. And with that timeout, we will take another break. Your score, Hillcrest 18, Oak Mountain 10. 1 second remaining in this first half. Oak Mountain with a 4th and goal from the 3. Back after this is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
When I finally got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies. And I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service.
Back at Roy Johnson Stadium, as the temperature continues to drop, Coach P puts on his hoodie. Try to warm up a little bit here.
Yes, you are.
And what a dramatic situation we have here for the, hey, look, we got one of our sponsors right here.
Hey! Tiger Rock, how are we?
In here, yes.
Hey,
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hey,
oh, yes, I did. In Walmart, yes. So good to see you.
You're getting a lot of bang for your buck with all these kickoffs that are happening.
There's no doubt.
Oh, okay, here's the play, guys. And it's a pass into the end zone.
He caught it.
And is it complete? Oh, my gosh, we're distracted and didn't even have the camera on to the play. We apologize to our viewers out there. We got distracted, but didn't realize we were even back. And Oak Mountain on the final play of the first half completes a pass in the end zone to Jason Lemons. Life gives you Lemons, throw him the ball.
It was not Lemons, actually.
It wasn't Lemons?
It was 13, Joey Carboni.
Oh, okay, it was Carboni that time. Life gives you Carboni, throw him the ball.
I had some Carboni at Olive Garden the other night. It's pretty good.
Put a lemon on it?
Yeah, put some lemons.
Oh, and they're going to kick the extra point.
Well, it's only the first.
Yeah, that's probably the book play right there.
Extra point is up good. 18-17, so the Pats still with the lead heading into the locker room, but what was an 18-3 lead has turned into 18-17.
Yeah, it's a barn burner in this last one, though, but, you know, we sit here and we are going to, you know, I think we're going to have an abbreviated halftime show. Then we're going to honor our band seniors at halftime, similar to what we did for our football boys and cheerleading girls we did before the game.
And we see the Oak Mountain Band taking the field. So we'll take a break, and when we return, we'll do the Stephen Fikes All-State halftime show with all the stuff we do with that. Back after this, halftime 18-17 Pats, Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
And how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus. Being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship. And so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every step of the way and in relationship with me.
All right, back at Roy Johnson Stadium as the Oak Mountain Band takes the field, and we are going to continue on with the Stephen Fikes All-State halftime show. Are you pumped up for the Stephen Fikes All-State halftime show?
Wait, I'm ready. I'm so, yes.
With all the great stuff we have.
All the stuff it entails.
All the great stuff we have for the Stephen Fikes All-State halftime show.
All that crap we do.
Okay, we're going to start it out, guys, with our, I was going to say, yeah, I guess we will, if I can pull it up real quickly.
The stats are not working. Ariel did tell me about it. It's glitching. About halfway through at one point, our scoring drive was 8 plays for negative 32 yards.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think, at worst, the stats are not accurate.
Okay. Well, we do need to thank our statistician, our stat sponsor.
Absolutely.
Mission Express.
Mission Express.
And you want to give them a little shout out there, Brad?
guys, again, look, Chase Smith, Mission Express Car Wash. Remember, it's the only locally owned and operated car wash in Tuscaloosa County. And so we really appreciate Chase Smith and Mission Express for sponsoring tonight and all season long the Stat Line.
Yes.
And look at this light show out here for this halftime show.
If you're a band and you have a light show, what kind of band really are you?
I was about
Do you
to
really
say.
need lights to be a great band?
That's my thing.
I mean, come on. Just play music and you're awesome. You don't need lights. I question their integrity. All right, let's move on.
I personally think it's pretty cool. But listen, I do have a couple of stats, even though we don't have some individual numbers. Some important stats. These last two drives by Oak Mountain, a 95-yard drive and a 75-yard drive to end the half and cut it to 1 point.
Certainly deserves some credit. Look, the other thing is, look, let's talk about a couple things. Number one, they kind of held their cool, right? They had a situation where it could have really been ugly. Hillcrest up 18-3, and then Oak Mountain puts together a phenomenal drive, 95 yards to make it 18-10, and then answers with a defensive stop and then another score to end the first half. So the coaching staff and the players never hit the panic button, and Oak Mountain ended the half on a real high. And so give the Eagles credit.
And, Brad, I think sometimes we've said over the years, sometimes we think the players' mood mirrors our mood to where we kind of got a little joyous up here. It became a little bit looser up here. I think maybe on the field, the players started to, enjoy the night a little bit. 18-3 senior night, you start to look around a little bit. And, credit to the Oak Mountain young men. They went out there, 2 impressive drives, and in the middle, I think it was a 4-and-out for them against our offense. So credit to Oak Mountain for not giving up in a game they very easily could have.
Absolutely. So those are the most important numbers, 18-17, and those 2 long drives allowing Oak Mountain to get back into this game. Okay, guys, I know you've been doing your homework, and I know you're ready for the RSV Design scoreboard update with some updates for us, right?
I am. We're trying to get as many as possible in right now. Brad, do you have a couple ready?
I'm not as prepared as you are.
No,
go for it.
Well, a game that we thought might matter for our playoff implications in a couple ways, but Sparkman leading Florence 10-7 at the half. That's a little bit of a surprise to me. Another surprise, at half, Thompson only leading Prattville 14-7 right now, so that's very much a surprise. The last time I saw, Hoover was now leading Vestavia 17-8, and then at halftime, Hewitt is blowing out Tuscaloosa County 35-love.
It's a shocker.
Yeah, one we've not talked about, Region 2, and in my opinion, a bit of an upset through near the end of the first half. Dothan leading Auburn 20-14.
Go Dothan! Yeah, go Wolves. That's Lindsey Jones's alma mater, right? Okay,
Vestavia has answered. It is now 17-15, Hoover leading Vestavia.
Wow, what a game.
It is a game, as expected, Brent.
Yeah, for sure. Fighting for that second position in the region playoffs. You got anything else? Anybody? Yeah, you're going to move on?
I'll get, as you keep going, I'll get a north side score real quick.
Okay. I was going to pull up Gordo, but you guys keep going.
We need to move on.
Yeah,
okay, we'll come back to more scores if you have them in just a bit. But now, I want us to move on to our college football preview.
Oh, my gosh.
Brought to you by Hillcrest Tennis. Go ahead, Ariel. And if we can look at the... hit the college football preview. There you go. And looking at our records, guys, it's coming down to the wire. What's the amazing thing is, if you look at the numbers there, we are all above 500, right?
Oh,
We're all above 500.
Yeah, absolutely. If you combine all of our scores right there, that we're 14 games. Excuse me, we are 16 games over 500, which, honestly, there's been some years where, golly, we'd be happy if all of us were in double-digit wins, period. So,
guys, don't tell anybody because we could join Chauncey Billups and the NBA coaching staff, and the Mafia might start calling us.
Well, listen. Brad, are you saying you know inside info with your SEC players?
All I'm saying is we're good at what we do.
Right. And, you know, in addition to us all being over 500, we all had good weeks last week. Brian, you were 5-0. Brad, 3-2. I was 3-2. And now, Brian, you have come from the cellar and now tied for the lead with Brad at 23-17. And I'm just one game behind at 22-18.
It literally is.
We got a barn burner going here for this.
Are we going to – there's a chance it ends in a tie with this being the final one. Do we need to pick a score of one of these games as a tiebreaker to make sure there's a final victory? Okay, I would agree with you, Brad.
I think we need to have a field goal kicking contest.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to have time at half for that, Brad.
No. Okay. Here's what we need to do. We need to have a round-robin tennis contest.
Oh, I'll lose that
That's what we need to do. We're all tennis players, coaches.
We could.
If we have a tie, we're having a tennis tournament.
Or we could just pick a game.
Yeah,
I think that might be a little more.
Okay, see, then I automatically win because you two wimped out at that.
Yeah, we wimped out. You're right. You can have it.
Brad, you and I will pick a score. I see.
I will pick a score. All right, go to the next one, Ariel. The next. Yeah, the next one. Go on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, not that one. Yeah, that one right there. Okay, these are the games. We do have some pretty good games this week. We're going to start off with Alabama, an 11.5-point favorite at South Carolina. Who wants to go first?
I'll start off because you know who I'm going to take. This line opened at 13.5, quickly went down to 11.5. I'll be honest with you, Lasir Brooks is probably not going to play. The rumor has it there is some illness going through the Alabama locker room, so hopefully that is nothing too serious. If there's ever such thing as a trap game, this is it.
Yeah.
I can't go against the good guys. I'm going to take Alabama laying the 11.5.
You know, if I'm not a huge Alabama fan, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, trap.
Definitely.
It's scary. It's scary.
Yep.
You know, coming off of those 4 wins over ranked opponents with no bye week, which has never been done in the history of college football, and looking like an incredible team. And the record of the opponents, they're what, 26-1, and the only other than in the opponents, the only other losses they've had are against Alabama.
As tough a stretch as I remember Alabama having, to be quite honest, Brent, ever, with those 4 straight road games back to back, and 2 of them being outside of Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, and I'm like you. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to go against Alabama, and I'm going to go with the Tide in the 11.5. What have you got, Brad?
Well, it sounds like we're picking the South Carolina Gamecocks against the Green Bay freaking Packers, and so we might as well take the Packers.
Alabama's better than the Packers.
Oh yeah, no doubt, I bet. But I'll definitely take Bart Starr and company, and I'll take the Tide to cover the 11.5.
Okay, so that game does not matter. Okay.
This year, Alabama's got the Natty and the Heisman, right?
Oh, I'm not going to change anything. I refuse to.
I know a guy who will.
I have no comment. No comment.
Okay, number 15, Missouri, a recent victim of Alabama, is a 2.5-point underdog to a different recent victim of Alabama. Number 10, Vanderbilt, the media darling of the 2025 season. Brad, why don't you go first on this one? This is a good game.
The media darling. I'll say that they might just be a darling. I mean, because Vanderbilt is not. Last week we all took Vanderbilt against LSU, and the reason being we just think they're pretty good.
They're a good team.
And so Diego Pavia is not just a mouth of the South. He's also a football player, and I just think he's a really good guy. I think he's a really good player. I think they're full of really good players. And Missouri is traveling to Nashville, which has become a harder and harder ticket to purchase at Vanderbilt Stadium. And so 2.5 is not enough, and I think Vanderbilt could cover it in 5.5. All right. And so I'll take Vanderbilt to cover easy.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you. I think that in situations like this, when teams become such a media darling, start getting so much attention, they start getting full of themselves, and it really ticks off the opponent, who is a really good team, and they want to come in there and prove something. They're an underdog against the only team that everybody's talking about. And you saw the Missouri coach, Drinkwitz, being very offended by the fact that they're not getting any attention at all. I think Missouri's pumped, and Missouri's going to win this one.
I think of scary. I think of Missouri. Go ahead.
Well, you know what? I think, Brent, golly, I haven't said this a lot. I think I agree with most of what you said right there. I do think Vanderbilt's beginning to feel themselves a little bit. Also, I think Missouri's a heck of a ball club.
Yeah.
That game we pulled out against them with close one. that game last week against Auburn, good game. I do think this is going to be an exciting game. It was kind of, I'm not sure who's going to win this game. I have no idea. So I think I'm going to take the team that's getting 2.5 points and take the Tigers.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, the next one we have the number 3 team in the country, the highest ranked team in the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, a 2.5-point favorite heading into Tiger Stadium. Baton Rouge at night against number 20 LSU. I think it's my turn to go first.
Sure. I agree. It's yours. You're right.
It's my turn to go first. Yep. This is another one of those situations. Everybody's high on A&M. A&M has shown a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Low quality defense in the past couple of weeks.
They certainly have.
LSU has their backs against the wall. They're playing at home at night. I'm going with the LSU Tigers and getting the 2.5 points.
Brent, once again, I think I'm going to echo you a little bit. Tiger Stadium.
You just don't want me to catch you,
man. No, but I have these and I'll be happy to go first on the next one. I think LSU Tiger Stadium at night, despite A&M having a heck of a team, Brian Kelly may be playing for his job pretty soon right now because the Cajuns down there are not too happy with him. So I just think that's a little bit too much to overcome. So I am going to take LSU getting 2.5 points. LSU's getting 2.5 points at home at night.
Yeah.
And that's a little tough for me to go against.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Louisiana State.
The thing in this game that is killing me, guys, is I just cannot come up with reasons to pick Texas A&M. Like,
they're a good football team.
I mean, are they? I guess they are.
Yeah.
But when I watch them, I never watch Texas A&M and I think, man, they're winning it all. They're awesome. I just don't see it. Now, LSU is okay, but I just think they're good enough to beat A&M. I don't think A&M's fantastic. But is it one of those things where A&M just keeps winning because they're good enough and they're better than I think? I'm not buying it. I'm sticking with you guys. I think LSU is going to cover at home.
All right, Brian, you get to go first here. Number 22, Texas at Mississippi State. Texas a 6.5-point favorite.
I don't think the state's very good this year. I don't think Texas is outstanding at all. I expected that number when it came out to be low double digits, and to see it earlier in the week at only 6.5. I'm going to go ahead and take the Longhorns. Giving up, I think they're going to win by 10-14 in Starkville against Hail State.
All right, Brad.
I'm taking the Dogs. Look, I'm telling you, it's a crazy atmosphere. They're kind of fired up for this game. They've been circling on their calendar for quite some time. Jeff Levy and the Mississippi State Bulldogs need a conference win. They've been on the cusp a couple of times. They took Tennessee to overtime. They lost on the road to Florida by a field goal, which they should have had, but they made a crap play late to lose the game. But in the grand scheme of things, Mississippi State is a much improved football team playing against a Texas team that's not that good. And even though they have a decent team, I don't think they're good enough to win here. I mean, they may be good enough to win. This feels like one of those that might go to overtime. And Texas, if they cover, it's because they got to overtime. They won by a touchdown. But I'm taking the Dogs to cover the 6.5.
Okay, Texas is, you just keep expecting Arch to break out.
Yeah, you're right. Every week
like,
I do.
When is it going to happen? It hasn't happened, and maybe it won't. Maybe Arch is overhyped coming out of high school, and we never saw him. He wasn't good enough to take the job from Quinn Ewers. Maybe he's not that great of a quarterback. He certainly hasn't looked fantastic this year. But 6.5 points, I'm like you, Brian. I don't think 6.5 points is enough. I think that Texas will cover this, and I'm going to go with the Longhorns. All right, and the last one, Brad, you will go first for this one, and we have the Ole Miss Rebels. The Ole Miss Rebels. I lost the graphic here.
Ole Miss is a 4.5-point favorite, Brent, and they're traveling to Norman, Oklahoma.
Right. Now, this is a huge game right here. And let's see, whose turn?
Mine.
It's going to be Brad.
It's Brad's turn to go first. Okay.
I think this is a tricky game. I think Ole Miss was really on the cusp of breaking through into a place where they've never been, right? Lane Kiffin has not really ever had that big-time signature road win. And really, Georgia's kind of been the thorn in his side on the road. And so So at home, they beat the mess out of them last year, but they weren't able to get it done on the road. At some point, Ole Miss is going to break through. I do think Ole Miss is the more talented of these two teams, and they're getting points. So I'm taking Ole Miss to not only get the cover, but I think they win the game outright.
Yeah, Brad, I was impressed with Ole Miss last week, though, to be quite honest with you. I thought, honestly, going into that game, I was not, and I know that the result did not go their way, but they played extremely well last week, and I think that's going to bode well in a lot less tense atmosphere. I think I'm going to go ahead with the Fighting Lane Kiffins getting 4.5 as well.
All right, now I think I'm going to have to go against you guys.
I think
this is the opportunity.
Game theory says you have to.
It is the opportunity for me to actually come away with the win here.
100% agree.
But I'm telling you, that's not the reason I'm picking it. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is an outstanding defense. Brent Venables, I think he's gonna outsmart Lane, and Oklahoma defense is gonna pull it out for the Sooners.
If your reasoning is that Brent Venables is smarter than Lane Kiffin, you are going to lose. He has a get-back coach. I have no respect for guys that have get-back coaches. And Brent Venables has probably 2 or 3
Brent Venables
coaches.
Also has, what are they, the number 2, number 3 defense in the country right now?
He's good. He's got an injured John Mateer. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean,
we'll see what happens.
That's why we pick. But I have a feeling we're not going to have to get to the tennis matches.
Brad, recap them or send us a picture.
I'm sending it right now. I'm doing it right now.
You want to do a quick recap of what we got there?
Well, this is what I've got. I wrote it all down. In Alabama versus South Carolina, all of us took Alabama. Missouri versus Vanderbilt, I'm the only one that took Vanderbilt. LSU, Texas A&M, we all took Tigers. Texas at Mississippi State, I took Mississippi State. You guys took the Longhorns. Brian and I took Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Brent took Oklahoma. Okay. And I'm sending that to you guys now.
And what's the pick that we need to make for the tiebreaker if it happens?
I say, what is the night game? Is there only one night game? Is it LSU?
Yeah, I think.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, I just think the LSU game, if we went with the total points maybe of that game.
I will say, no. Tennessee, Kentucky's a night game.
But that's not on the schedule.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Well, maybe that's what we do then. Maybe I like that. Tennessee, Kentucky, that's not on the schedule.
Total points. Just say total points in the game.
Yes.
I haven't even thought about that game.
Okay.
Sorry, no strip.
No. I'm the boss of this broadcast.
Okay, you're right.
So I'm mixing that. We're going to pick one of these games that we got.
Okay, so I can pick any of the 5?
Let's go with the night game. Let's go with the LSU game.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you're the boss. You got to go first then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Tiger Stadium, nighttime, Texas A&M.
What are we picking? Total points? Is that what you're
doing? Total points. Okay, total points. I'll go with 47.
47. Okay. You're actually very close. I'll give you all a hint right now. I'll go next. The over-under I just looked up is at 49.5. Okay. So it's pretty good there, Mr. Vegas. I think I'm going to go a little bit more than that. I think I'm going to go with 54.
Yeah, I agree. I think 49.5. This feels like one of those games that could be like an 8 overtimer.
Yep.
Okay. So I mean, seriously, I'm taking. I think I'm going to say 60.
Okay. Good for you, Brad.
I should say 55.
55. I was saying good for you for not playing game theory there and going 55. Yep.
Well, this should be an interesting day of college football if for no other reason.
I agree.
Our battle here, last year, and I got to take my hat off to you, Brad. After last year, what was your record?
9-30-1. I don't remember how we came up with it. Oh, 1 because there was no half point on a game. But anyway,
right?
Yeah, it was 9-30-1.
Yeah. And to come back this year and to have the lead heading into the final week of the season, that's pretty impressive.
Well, I'm relentless, if nothing else.
We were talking earlier, and I was like, okay, it's tight. It's y'all are tied for first, and I'm 1 game behind you. You doing your research and figuring everything out, and you were like, no, I'm not doing my research. I'm just going with my gut.
Well, because last year I did research, and I'll never forget. And I told Brent, I told this to Brent this morning at the weapons detection. I said, listen, last year there was a game, and I researched every one of the games. I had great statistics, like, this team is 4-21 me against the spread. I'm taking this and whatever. And I missed every freaking one of those games. And so no way I'm doing that to myself.
Well, the thing
again.
about Brad is he has to hear about it from us.
Yes.
Then he has to go home and hear about it from Griffin and Lance.
Yes.
So he gets it from all ends for the rest of the week, though. So,
man.
All right, guys. Hey, as we were doing our college football preview out on the field, the seniors in the Pride of Patriot Parkway marching band were being honored. It's been a great group for 4 years for Megan Miller and Xavier Dickerson, and they definitely deserve their time in front of this audience here tonight and getting their
I'm going to give a little shout out to the band. We saw that Jeff Spiegel was down here with 3340, and he had a fantastic interview with Megan that you can see online, right? He interviewed Coach Mitchell, then he interviewed a couple of the players, Zay, and then Megan went up there and talked for a while with the fantastic band playing in the background. So, if you enjoy the band on Friday nights, look up ABC 3340 and their game day broadcast, and you'll get to see a great shot of the band in the background and our fantastic director, Megan Miller, kind of talking about what it's taken at her time at Hillcrest to grow the Pride of Patriot Parkway.
And you may not have seen their halftime show here tonight, as we brought you their halftime show every week that we've been able to. And just about every, I think at homecoming we didn't because they were after the game. And
they're doing it again, though. If you're in the area, you'll be able to come in or at least stand outside the stadium and get to hear the 2025 halftime show one more time.
Right, but you're getting to hear them a lot tonight because they're right here to our left and in the background for us. So they've definitely been accompanying us here tonight. Okay, we got a couple of minutes until we kick this second half off. Hillcrest up 18-17, and we are going to take another break, and we'll be back after this. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Patriot Nation gets hungry for Chinese food, there is no doubt about where to go. Lee Palace in Inglewood Village. Lee Palace has been in the same location for 20 years and loves the Hillcrest community. You just can't beat their incomparably delicious Chinese cuisine in a family-owned, friendly environment that is second to none. The folks at Lee Palace love what they do and are very passionate about providing you with the best in town. Lee Palace says, go Pats!
And we're back. And look, we're going to take a few turns here doing the play-by-play because we have had some food brought up to us, which we're thankful for, from the Hillcrest concession stand. And we're about set to kick off here with Tiger Rock Kickoff. Thanks again to Tiger Rock for sponsoring our kickoffs tonight and all season long. And set to kick off for the Eagles is senior kicker Gavin Stone. Hillcrest with 3 returners deep: Austin Cherry, Gunnar Webb, and Caden Smith. And the Patriots will be traveling right to left on your radio dial. Remember, the short kick has kind of plagued Oak Mountain here. It's been their strategy. Let's see if they do it again. It looks
Brad,
like
they're lined up, looks like they are. Yes.
They did, and Omari Taylor will be, it's short, it's bobbled, and it's all over the place. Hillcrest does come up with it. No, it's still loose.
Yes, we did.
And Gunnar Webb looks like he's got it. The ball goes all over the place. I don't know what Omari was thinking, except for Caden Smith kind of came up behind him, maybe called him off. But Gunnar, the punter,
that's what they were trying to do all along.
I agree, Brent. Yep, I think it was one of that. Oak Mountain was intending for that all night there, but honest, that was anybody's ball. I think, Brad, it looked like we had 2 good shots at it. Oak Mountain had a couple good shots, and Gunnar, Johnny on the spot right there, able to fall in it and give us decent field position to start this third quarter.
We'll start it at our own 25-yard line, Brian. Trips to the left or near side of the field with Cookie, Caden Smith, and Trent Curley. Shambling in shotgun with Omari Taylor to his right. Runs, it looks like a false start. Nope, and offsides against Oak Mountain will be the call.
Seems like they're second or third of those tonight, Brad. It's one of those things where we've certainly got our money's worth on penalties tonight. Real time is 8:45 right now, and I think, honestly, that was close to the end of the game last week. So, with the number of flags we had tonight, in addition to the extended timeouts, with it being the game of the week, certainly a slow-moving game so far.
Got that right. First and 5 for the Patriots. This time Chambly under shotgun. Looks like DeJuan Johnson is the single setback behind him. And the give to DeJuan. He's hit the backfield, but he does pick up positive yardage, but not very much. And it'll bring up a short gain, and it'll be 2nd and 4 for Hillcrest.
I don't think anybody's ever going to doubt his toughness right there. But at the same time, at times we may like him to set up a block a little bit more. I thought if he had peeled that off just a little bit to the right, instead of going right between the guard center, just a gap to the right, he may be able to pick up the first down. Nonetheless, 2nd and a long 3.
DeJuan Johnson subbed in by Omari Taylor. Same formation. This time a little give in the middle to Omari. He picks up pretty good yardage, close to a first down. I think he's going to be just shy. They're going to mark the ball right around the Hillcrest 34-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for Hillcrest. 11:05 remaining in the third quarter, rather. Hillcrest leads this one 18-17 in a pretty momentum-filled first half.
Pretty exciting first half, though. A lot of points on the board.
Chambly under center, looks to the sideline for the call.
Plenty of time on the play clock, just now at 15 seconds.
DeJuan Johnson is the tailback for this play. The give up the middle to Omari Taylor, and it looks like he does cross the 40 and get the first down, the 35. And the new line of scrimmage will be the 37-yard line, and Hillcrest gets the first down.
What kind of first down is that?
That is a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Thanks again to Stephen Fikes. He sponsors all kinds of stuff for Hillcrest.
Well, that could be a Jamie Mitchell first down, because that's a Jamie Mitchell type of offense right there. 3 runs right there, the last one picking up 2 yards, picking up a first down as we wind the clock to 10:15.
All right.
Back to you, Brent.
All right, so thanks for that. Was a delicious burger. Chambly back to pass. This one gets batted down in the backfield, incomplete. And it will be 2nd down and 10. 10:07 remaining in the third quarter. The Pats only up by a point, 18-7. And guys, I would say this drive is extremely important in this football game to get some points. and get back control of this game.
Yeah, Brent, I agree. You know, we had a couple big possessions right in a row there where it looked like we could do anything we want, and then they scored and they held us 2 straight possessions. So like you said, kind of getting back on the right side of this, getting our offense, getting Jordan Chamblee back in our groove. It's one of our keys to the game right there to start it, was getting to some confidence on this 6 or 7 month layoff before the 2026 season begins.
6-7 again?
If you say so.
Chamblee back to pass, slings this one out of the reach.
That's not going to do it.
On third down, out of the reach of his receiver, Trent Curley, at about the 35-yard line. So, I don't need any candy. I'm good. We're getting like a buffet up here. Hamburgers, chicken fingers, Twix bars, Reese's. I'll take the Reese's. I can't resist a Reese's. I love them. All right, so that'll make it 3rd down and 10, guys. Still in Hillcrest territory at the 36-yard line. The Pats needing to pick up 10 yards to keep this drive alive and not turn it back over to the red-hot Eagles offense. Chamblee has a little bubble screen here. Completed to Amari Taylor across the 40, down to the 35-yard line. He's a little bit short, I believe. I'm sorry, the 45 to the 46-yard line. He's about a yard short of the first down.
You're right, Brent. I thought we didn't have a good view there. I thought it was closer to the 50 initially. When that ball left Jordan's hands, I thought that was a pick 6 right there. The ball could have been caught either way. Great job by us picking it up, and obviously we are going to go for it there, though. But a good job by number 20 right there, Amari Taylor, snagging that ball and picking up a big 9 yards.
Huge 4th down play now for the Patriots at their own 46-yard line as Jordan Chamblee looks to the sideline. Play clock down to 6. Jordan now ready to take the snap. He does. Hands it off to Amari over right tackle. He has the first down into Eagles territory. Stephen Fikes, All-State, first down on that huge 4th and 1.
Is Amari Taylor a candidate for player of the game?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm telling you, he's had a pretty good night tonight, guys.
For sure.
And I love that play call. You kind of almost sensed that was going to be the call. Stop it if you can, Oak Mountain.
All right, Jordan under center, swings this one out to the left side to Caden Smith. Caden only gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Yeah, they'll give him a yard to the 47. It'll be 2nd and 9. 9:20 remaining in the third, 18-17 Pats. Crucial drive right here, Brad.
What a nice little drive so far. Taking it from our own 25. So far, about 28 yards of drive in about a 3-minute span.
2 wides to the short side of the field here on the left. Chamblee takes it, fakes the pitch, a little speed option, moves it upfield for about 2 yards to the 45-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and long once again, 3rd and about 7.
You feel like this is probably 2-down territory, though, so I don't think you're going to see anything crazy. But I would like to see, you try to get half of this, maybe 5-6 yards of this. I think our new thing is that we're going to start on this broadcast 4, 5, 5, 6.
I'm sure it'll pick up because you're the trendsetter.
Well, it's what we do.
All right, big 3rd down play, 3rd and about 7. Jordan takes it over left guard, and Jordan has the first down and more down to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 8. He needed 7. Another Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
I like that formation, kind of spread Oak Mountain out with the 2 wide on either side of the ball. And then, of course, Chamblee uses his athleticism and some key blocks by his friends up front to pick up a nice first down, an important first down, Brent.
And the Pats eating up a lot of clock on this drive as well. Here's the snap. Jordan's going to keep this one over left end. Pickup of about close to 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6.
I like that block on the near side by Amari Taylor. So not only does he carry the ball, but he's not afraid to kind of get in the mix in the blocking game. I had a sweatshirt in my office, and now I wish I had it with me now.
Regretting it, huh?
Yep. Starting to drop out here.
Jordan under center this time. The toss sweep to DeJuan Johnson. DeJuan will pick up a couple down to about the 31-yard line. Another third down and semi-long, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, not a whole lot of gain. We're sitting right about the line of scrimmage on the Oak Mountain 32-yard line. That's about where we're stationed on the north side of the field. And so we have a pretty good shot right down the line of scrimmage, guys, as the nose of the ball sits on the 32. 6:50 to go in the third quarter. 18-17, Hillcrest is your score.
Jordan in shotgun, rolls to his right, looks down the field, releases this one, and incomplete. Just a little bit short there, as it was intended for Austin Cherry. No, I'm sorry, that's Jalen Cook at about the 11-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 6 for the Pats.
Nice design, by the way. It was kind of an out route by Cookie, and everything was flooding to the far side of the field. And then when Chambly rolled right for the flood, Cookie kind of dissed his out route and went on the go.
And, you know, is that the same play that Jordan short-armed it last week down by the goal line that would have been a touchdown? He would have walked in.
I don't have that good a memory.
It looks pretty similar.
But
you remember that play, Brian?
I do, and it did look very similar. Little surprise, Coach Mitchell's not giving Elijah
Here's
a shot
the 4th down play. Jordan fakes the pass. He keeps it. He's got the first down and more. He is gone. Touchdown, Jordan Chambly. On the 32-yard touchdown scramble by Jordan Chambly. 6:27 remaining in the third quarter. The Pats extend the lead to 24-17.
Great play call. Heck of a job by our offensive line right there, guys. Jordan make one cut right there, and then went largely untouched into the end zone.
I'm not so sure that was the play call.
Really?
I don't think it was. I think he wanted to pass it.
I think he was looking for a route, and it wasn't open.
Yep. And
then he
took off immediately.
His athleticism made the play.
He saw that he had it, and he was like, I'm more sure to get this with using my legs.
Because I thought he had a one route play. And I'm like, one read right there.
You're probably right.
Dr. Brandy Patterson, extra point attempt is up, almost blocked, but it is through. It's good. 25-17 Pats. Whew. That was a very, very important drive.
Yeah, big play right there. We picked up at least, a couple third downs right there. Then we picked up the big 3rd and 1 right there. Great drive overall, though. Also taking out half of that third quarter there. And let's not forget, we did get that 2-point conversion earlier. So not only does Oak Mountain have to score, but they cannot rely on their quite talented freshman kicker. Now they have to go for 2 and get it, though. We also have somebody else running the flags down there. Who do we have running the Power 8s that time?
Well, I noticed some band kids this time.
I noticed that it was
Dow.
That's who it looks like.
Emerson
is Jay Dow. Yep.
Joel
Shim down there. So good for those kids.
Hey, but I did notice with them running the flags, it said PTSH. Is that patch?
Well, listen. There's some talent. Actually, the kids who are running the flags are all extremely intelligent down there. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a hard time about it.
The highest ACT score flag running in Hillcrest history.
It was their first time to run the flags.
Well, you're right, but I don't think it's that difficult. I mean, we're not the Vanderbilt Commodores here. We're the Hillcrest Pats. So,
hey guys, Pat to
yeah.
Patch.
Man, not good.
We got people in the crowd looking at us now.
Plus, the other thing is, guys, there's one of the flags that's gigantic.
Correct.
It doesn't go in the middle.
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a word scramble, right? How many different words can you spell using PATSH? Hats, you could do. No,
I can't think of a single word. I mean, there's the old FASP.
Here's the Tiger Rock kickoff. Fielded at about the 7. He moves it to the opposite side of the field. Trent Curley brings him down at about the 16. And the Eagles will start their 1st and 10.
Yeah, nice job by Trent Curley there in kick coverage. And he's going to make Oak Mountain start behind their own 20.
Yeah, on the 16-yard line. Excuse me, on the 17-yard line, Brad. You know, as important as a drive as this was for the Hillcrest offense, it's now equally important for the Oak Mountain offense. A lot of success at late in the first half, getting themselves back in the game right now. But this is a big answer. If Hillcrest offense finds some success, Oak Mountain has to start to wonder how many more possessions they might get.
Well, and it's one of the benefits of having the ball second and being able to score.
Yeah, let's see if the defense can stop this Oak Mountain offense. That's a good try right there to begin with Zay Hall making the tackle in the backfield. Number one tackles number one, Marty Myrick's.
It's no surprise to me. But every time you see Zay make plays in space, you understand why he's an SEC commit. He runs a 4.54. He's 6'2", weighs 232 pounds, and he flat out just bursts through the line, and he's outrunning that running back. So great play by Zay Hall right there, making it 2nd and 14 for the Eagles.
Zay will see kids who could outrun him.
Correct.
But not tonight.
Not out here.
Vaccarella looks to the sidelines. After that loss, it's 2nd down and 15. The new line of scrimmage is the 13-yard line of the Eagles. Guys, I was going to say, a 75-yard drive, a 95-yard drive, their last two possessions.
I think it's a
delay of game. Wow, so the Eagles going backwards this time.
Here's the interesting thing about the delay. Now, this is just what I'm seeing. Remember, the clock to our right is a wireless clock. There was a 1 on that clock.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm just telling you.
It's a great point.
So, now there was a 0 on the clock to our left.
Which
but
the official is looking at.
But the Oak Mountain team is looking at the one to our right that still had a 1 on it. I'm just saying, obviously, they may have delayed, but it was an interesting scenario that's not necessarily their fault.
Empty set on 2nd down and about 20. Vaccarella running at about his goal line, being chased. He makes a nice move to get out of trouble momentarily. Moves it up to about the 19-yard line. So that's a pickup of 11 yards on the scramble.
Well, he
made it bring up 3rd down and 8.
I'm sorry, Brad. He made a business decision, too. He had big number 94, Jeremiah Beverly, and equally big number 1, Zay Hall, kind of bearing down on him. And he quickly took that step out of bounds. So I think that young man saw his future flash before his eyes.
Well, he's a sophomore. Smart decision by a sophomore.
Vaccarella takes it, rolls out to his left, and is complete to the 30-yard line. 8 to his receiver number 8, Payson Lemons, once again, and that's enough for the first down, a pickup of 12.
Look, good tackle on the far side by Kylan Norfleet. But look, that zone coverage by Hillcrest, you know, it's only so good as the kids are in the right places. And not that they weren't, but Oak Mountain is doing a pretty good job of finding the holes in that zone defense as well.
Out of bounds will stop the clock at 5:02. Defense with a big opportunity there for a stop, but Oak Mountain comes up with a big play to extend this drive. The handoff, Vaccarella looking down the right sideline, and it is caught at about the 32-yard line by Boston Brewer, the wide receiver.
There's a flag on the near side here at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that's probably in a spot where it's illegal contact or holding on the defense, Brad.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on Hillcrest. And it was a great catch. I did see what Jamaica Watson was trying to do.
Me too.
He did turn his head around, but I think he made contact before he turned his head around.
It was not a great thrown ball, though. I think there's a lot more error than the quarterback wanted, but that's going to end up working. Whoa, and that's on the offense.
Oh, they called offensive pass interference.
How many of those have you seen in high school?
No, well, we saw one against Hoover, interestingly.
That's
you remember?
the second of the year.
But here's the thing. I think the call was obviously not on the ball, where, you know, the kid on the ball.
So some sort of pick. It was away from the ball.
Yeah, I think it was underneath. This is why the flag was thrown so much shorter than where the play was made. I wish we had a chance to see that replay. I know that's difficult, but I'm telling you, there was something. 81, I think, I'd have to go back and look, but I think 81 was the kid that was guilty of the pass interference.
Well, you look at this. They would have had the ball at the Hillcrest, I think, the 36-yard line after the completion. But instead, after the penalty, it's coming back to their own 30.
Well, and then they're going to mark it off from
Actually, oh no, even further back than that. It's marked off from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because it's a pass play.
And it's 15 yards, so it's back to their own 15.
Wow.
It's going to make it 3rd and about 20. Their own 15 as opposed to the Hillcrest 36. That is huge. Do that math there. How many yards did they lose
I feel like
in that exchange?
Is this? I'm not sure this is correct.
I'm not either, but it is first down, Brent. But it's just.
Why is it first down? Was it first down?
I think it was first down, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, that's right, because Kylan Norfleet tackled Lemons on the far side. That's right.
It was first down at about the 32-yard line.
I'm not sure that was
I don't know
correct call either, but either way,
we'll take it.
See, okay, now if you'll notice,
Coach Mitchell's not happy about something either. He's not happy with where the ball's spotted. Now, Coach Mitchell thinks it's 3rd down as well.
I'm just not sure. I don't remember the sequence of events now.
I don't either, but I thought that was first down. They're discussing right now.
Yeah.
Did somebody call timeout?
No.
It may be an official's timeout, Brent, to discuss just the down. Honestly, in my head, I think first down, but with Coach Mitchell selling 3rd down there, I'm starting to doubt myself. What down is it? Do y'all know?
It's about 13, 17. I don't know what that means.
How do we not know what down it is? What is this?
Because they've confused us.
I have an excuse. I'm old now. So
Yeah, that's true.
Brent and I, Brad, this one's on you, buddy.
That's right. Use that young mind of yours.
You got another 15
Work it out, buddy. Work it out.
Listen to this.
Actually, Darius, this is on you. Yeah.
You're the youngest guy on the broadcast team.
So what happened?
I don't know.
That's what we're asking. Yeah.
So
we don't know what
you got
down
the young
it is.
mind. You need to tell us.
The funny thing here is,
he doesn't know. He's just cold.
Here's the funny thing. I'm the youngest guy in this geriatric crew.
Oh, God, I can't wait for January of 2027 so I can stop hearing about this.
Will that be 50 for him?
Yeah, Brad will turn. I believe January the 5th of next year, he'll be 49.
That's
and then
correct.
obviously the year after that, it will be 50.
Yep. You know what?
Your life's over at that point.
I would love to think, no, my life ended a long time ago.
Brad, you got a lot of good months left. A lot of good months.
They just don't come in sequence.
When you hit old age, you don't celebrate years. It's months now.
Well, the funny thing is, do they ever come in sequence? You always have 1 year and then skip a few and then 1 month rather.
I mean, Brent's just celebrating weeks now.
Yeah.
That's his good one.
I'm just thankful for every new day, right?
Well, I had a good day today, boy.
Boy, a touchdown puts us in a good mood. I still have no idea why we're still talking about this.
No idea.
It's already 9:04 real time.
I have something else I need to bring up to y'all if we have a chance here. Scott Suttles was on the Hillcrest Huddle this past Tuesday
that's
night,
great.
talking about
Good.
Hillcrest basketball.
Good.
He and I had lunch duty this week, and we're talking at lunch. And I told him that I would bring up something that he mentioned to me.
Okay.
He said that he schooled you two guys in tennis a few years ago.
He played us.
Yeah,
he played us. Now
he
Scott,
said he schooled you.
But then Scott had a calf injury. I remember his daughter was in the stands, and Brooksy could not stop giggling at that point, though. Now, Scott was a heck of a high school tennis player. He played in Tuscaloosa County. Well, I say that. He was a good tennis player while in high school, okay? Right. I'm not sure he played in the team. Have you ever played him?
No.
He's left-handed. He's tough. Yeah. So he's a very good player.
The thing is, he's kind of like, when you ever played a guy that's an octogenarian?
It's like a golf game.
That means
right?
he has 8 arms, right?
Yeah.
No, somebody with 8 arms playing tennis. That's pretty
That means he's in his 80s. Okay? Now, Scott is only in his 50s. However, he plays like he's in his 80s. He just kind of keeps the ball in play. He hits it where you're not. You think you're going to have to go big, and he's just a continental grip guy.
Buddy, what's the objective? You play to
win. Yeah.
You play to
win the game.
No game.
Okay.
Did he win the game?
Yes,
y'all are avoiding this all over the place.
I don't remember that, but if Scott says it, I agree with him.
Brett,
I think Herm Edwards, yes.
We're finally doing it.
Okay, Scott, there you go. They're kind of hem-hawing around, so I'll have to say that I believe you.
Okay, I lied, Brad. They're still talking about it, so we can keep with our tennis story. So, Brad, is he the future Earl LaCroix or the present Earl LaCroix?
Earl LaCroix.
I think so.
Man, what if Earl is still around, he's got to be in his 90s now, right?
Earl is still around because he's my neighbor.
Really?
And I see him everyday
On the
ride.
Segway?
Okay.
He rides a bicycle.
He rides a bicycle.
For those of you who don't know, Earl LaCroix is a tennis legend in Tuscaloosa. He won, the first 7 or 8?
Yeah, like the first one in 1975, I believe, first Pritchett Moore.
He won the first several of the Pritchett Moore tournament, which is, of course, the Tuscaloosa Wimbledon. And
amazingly enough, in hour 3 of this, we still have not figured out a call.
Right. And also I have to say about Earl, I played Earl.
It is third down.
About 8 to 10 to 10 years ago, and he was 80 at the time. Wow. I played him in singles. He beat me.
Listen, there's no shame in that.
No.
Earl can play. He was still playing 3-5 into his 80s.
Okay, that's the level I played him at. Yeah.
Coach Mitchell, we think it's third down, although the down marker still says first down.
No, it doesn't. It saes third now.
Well, it got changed. They heard us, but yes. And I think the Oak Mountain is signaling, well, wait, why does it still say first down on the scoreboard? Little do they know that scoreboard's not always functioning correctly.
The other thing I'm interested in is the coaches are still, from Oak Mountain, are still on the sideline. And they got a flag. I was going to say.
Yeah, they just got the flag.
I was just going to say, because the officials said you've got to get off the field.
And they already had.
Yeah, good call,
They already had a sideline warning.
Yep.
So now, after that penalty, they would have had the ball at the Hillcrest 36-yard line. Wow. After the penalty for offensive pass interference and the down confusion, we now figured out it's third down, but another penalty against the Oak Mountain coaches is going to back it up half the distance again, back to about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what he says. Is this going to be an unsportsmanlike, or is it a sideline warning?
Well, they already
had a sideline warning. I'm sorry, not a side. Oh, it's a sideline infraction. But it's a sideline infraction.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. It gets marked off the second time.
I did not know that's a 5-yard penalty. I thought it was an unsportsmanlike 15.
Well, I thought he would get an unsportsmanlike for not leaving the field to play. But, look, if he's anything like Kirby Smart, he just can go wherever he wants.
Yeah. He runs down to about the 10-yard line.
Let's all do the Kirby clap. You just put your fingers in your hand. That's the Kirby clap.
Yes.
Doesn't make a whole lot of noise, but... All right, back to action. Vaccarella back to pass, being pressured. He avoids it this time, throws the ball down the middle of the field to Lemons. Lemons makes an incredible catch for the first down at about the 48-yard line. And wow, after all that,
what a play.
Wow.
He took some lemonade and took it and turned it back into lemons.
Or something like that.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, for real, great play by that kid.
Goodness, this Oak Mountain team refuses to die, don't they?
No doubt. Just keep throwing up the big number 8.
4:30 remaining. Here's a handoff to Myricks, and Myricks is met in the backfield.
Great job by Jeremiah.
Nice
right there. That was
Deshaun Pope.
That was 96 right there. A great job. He just kind of grabbed the hold of a leg right there, and big number 96, Deshaun Pope, was not letting go.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Vaccarella calls for it, takes it, fakes the handoff, play action to Myricks. He's back to pass with plenty of time, now getting some pressure, completes it for a short gain. Good job by Miles Madden coming up to make the tackle after the completion there to number 13, Joey Carbone.
Fantastic job by A.J. Love right there. He hung back just long enough in pseudo coverage of the running back to make sure that linebacker or safety could come up. Then A.J. went and rushed the quarterback, brings up another 3rd down for the Eagles.
Didn't you think the Oak Mountain receiver was past that mark?
Way past it. I had it already at 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
As it is 3rd and 9, Vaccarella back to pass. Pressure, and he is
that's big.
Brought
That's
down.
Pope again.
Deshaun Pope with the sack.
And that'll bring up the punt team. Gotta be. Yeah,
Wow.
here they come.
That was one of the strangest offensive possessions I've seen in a long time.
How many plays was that? I have no idea.
6 plays for 14
we didn't even
yards.
know what down it was.
No idea. I'm still not sure they got the 3rd down, 1st down right.
Wow. We got a good tennis conversation out of it, though.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got Scott Suttles plenty of love on here.
Sure did. Speaking of Scott Suttles, basketball practice has started.
It started on my birthday.
We'll talk about that more and when we have another big break, which we'll have one.
Earl LaCroix, your neighbor, got a lot of love during that break, too. Punt is away, almost blocked.
And it is
Pats
flat.
will let it land, and it goes inside the 15, bounces all the way down to the 12.
There's a flag here.
Oh, good.
I have no idea what the flag is. Hillcrest should have the ball. Did that not hit the kids? I mean, it may not have.
I don't think it. I think it just took a weird hop.
Holding against Hillcrest.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So that'll push us even farther back up to the good Oak Mountain punt.
What time do you think we're going to get out of here, guys?
I'm going to say 3:28 a.m.
Can I get some more fries?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, JT said they're out of food.
No, he's just kidding. Yeah. He's just kidding. Be sure you crunch that really loud, okay? These are kind of crunchy fries. Okay, are we in a what is happening here now?
Yeah, there's a guy on the field.
It off.
It's time. We're getting a break. Now, do we want to just keep chatting? Because we're in a TV timeout.
We can take a TV.
We're in a TV timeout?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break. Your score, Hillcrest 25, Oak Mountain 17. Back after this on the Hillcrest football broadcast.
Hey, Patriot Nation. Come on down to the Frame Shack. Frame Shack can make your art, photos, and keepsakes come alive and become a focal point in your home, office, or place of business. For over 35 years, Frame Shack has been custom making frames for art, mirrors, photos, and shadow boxes. They offer a fine line of molding, mats, artwork, and ready-made frames. Frame Shack is family-owned and always guaranteed to frame with a personal touch.
Go, Pats!
Back at Roy Johnson Stadium, Bama Stuff broadcast booth here for you as Brad is looking at his phone. Tell us what you got there, Brad.
Well, I've got a good friend and a counselor.
Hold it up here to the camera here.
Oh, okay. Well, how about that? One of the counselors, Laren Lofton, she's our 9th grade counselor. She just sent me a video of Griff on Friday Night Rivals. There's a give up the middle, by the way.
Oh, my goodness. You got to get...
Tell me Bridge.
Oh, my gosh, the game. Yeah, there is a game going on. Hey, Darius, we got a game going on here.
Oh, yeah, like you knew. You didn't even call the play.
You're right.
Oh. By the way,
it was a short gain of 2 yards, so we didn't miss that much, right? All right, let's get back to this, right? Let's get back to football here. Chambly takes the snap of the sprint option, and wow, he pitches it really far wide to his left side, and the tackle.
The ball was out of bounds. The ball was out of bounds.
The officials are marking it out of bounds. The Oak Mountain Eagles think that they have the ball, and they've scooped and scored.
They did scoop and score, but the ball hit out of bounds.
Yeah, the officials from the very beginning, or the very end of that play, rather, they were consistent in putting that ball out of bounds right about the 8-yard line.
So as it is, it turns out to be about a yard gain, and it's 3rd down and 7 for the Pats from the 10-yard line.
Now, look, Oak Mountain on those 2 plays right there felt like they were being super aggressive. I wonder if Hillcrest can catch them in an aggressive mode again and go for a big gainer.
Yeah, throw it to number 3 down the middle here, or down the sideline. Chambly takes the snap. He's going to do a quarterback draw here. Not a whole lot of success on that one, though, but as he moves it up to the 15-yard line.
Oh, he's really close.
He will be, did he get the first down?
He did.
Oh, wow.
Already moving the chains. That's huge.
The guy on the far side of the field is saying first down.
He is, but they're not moving the chains
I saw him wave him down.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay, so that is a first down. Wow. Nice effort there by Jordan Chambly in picking up that first down on that long 3rd and 7. 1:05 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Pats with a huge Stephen Fikes All-State first down at the 15, their own 15, leading 25-17 as we tick under a minute remaining in this 3rd quarter. Jordan will keep it again.
Flag.
Jordan will cross the 20 down to the 21-yard line. What do you got there, Coach?
I thought it may be a face mask. Nope, it's a hold against us.
Generally, that referee
I know, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I just thought I saw Jordan's head snap down a little bit, but unfortunately that was wishful thinking on my part.
So after the 5-yard run by Jordan Chambly, the holding penalty will back the Pats up. They're already only at their own 15-yard line, so it'll be a half the distance of the goal penalty, which will take it back to the 7 and make it 2nd down and 20? Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, Brent. I thought we were inside the 20.
Still first down,
Yep.
yes, still first down.
I guess it wasn't half the distance. It was the true 10 yards.
Brent, I thought it was. I was with you. I thought we were inside the 20 when that penalty, when they marked it off. But I guess you and I, we don't matter.
Chamblee in shotgun, takes it, drops back, slings this one out.
What a catch.
To the right side. Caught by Austin Cherry.
That's great. That'll probably be, my guess is that's the end of the quarter.
Okay, so it's a pickup of about 15.
Yeah,
second
good play
down
to
and
end the
6.
third.
Yeah, and that's the end of the third quarter. With your score, Hillcrest 25 and Oak Mountain 17. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
All right, we're back into the third quarter. A little bit of technical difficulty. We didn't get to jump around with the lights off. But, you know, hey, that's the way things go. But, Brian, you said you have a big RSV Design scoreboard
this
update
was
for us.
13 minutes ago. So as of...
He's here.
He's here now.
Now we're jumping around.
Well, and they're also jumping around in Prattville, Alabama, as Prattville is leading Thompson 15-14 as they head to the fourth quarter.
Wow.
I know.
This region is just crazy.
It's bonkers,
it has
man.
Been insane this year.
With the exception of, with our rivals in the Northport, anybody really can beat anybody on any given Friday night. Oh, gosh. Literally, a minute ago, Thompson took the lead back. They are now up 22-15 with 10 minutes left. Wow.
Well, hey, you got a reprieve there, Brad, because of these extra long TV timeouts.
No doubt.
We planned it that way.
People were looking at you like, hey, what's going on? Why don't we have these lights going out?
I wasn't, I'm telling you, I thought Hinton was here, and I was expecting him to do it, and there may have just been a technical difficulty with the cellular. See, I see him. He's down there in the south end zone.
It was almost the night the lights didn't go out on Oak Mountain.
Yeah, you're right.
People will be demanding their money back, right?
No
they
doubt.
live for that. We get to jump around an extra long time with these TV timeouts.
Okay. I don't know. It's time to cut the music off.
Cut the music. Oh, yeah. Okay. Still got the music. Okay. Is it going down now? Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. Chamblee under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Omari Taylor. Omari fights for a few yards. Nice pickup on second down, moving it to the 24-yard line, making it third down and 3. Probably closer to 2, third and 2. Big first down, third down opportunity for conversion here for the Pats. Much needed here deep in their own territory.
I was going to say, this feels like a huge play.
Jordan Chamblee under center. The toss sweep to Omari Taylor, and he is well short. He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down and 2.
Yeah, obvious punting situation here. I say that. But, yeah, we see Gunner coming on the field right now with the 8-point lead as we're now under 11th minutes in the season, to be quite honest with you. We see Gunner out there. See if we can get a good one off right now to pin Oak Mountain as deep as possible. But it's looking like there's
some wind, too. You were talking about getting a good punt off. There is some breeze carrying behind them, Brian.
Yeah, this would be a great time to have a good one, Gunner. Return man for Oak Mountain stands at his own 38-yard line. Gunner gets the snap, kicks this one away. Pretty good kick, and contact is made with the return man, Kylan Norfleet, just a little bit over anxious. He tried to pull away, but he couldn't.
I don't want Kylan to get the bad rap there. That's Marvin Johnson.
Oh, was that Marvin?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's just because Kylan wasn't guilty.
Are you sure that was Marvin?
Yeah, that was definitely Marvin. But man, and the other problem is, it's not a heads-up play, but at the same time,
are we sure it was 28?
I thought it was 22.
I think it was 20. I think it was.
I'm telling you, it was 28 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely 28. The problem, I'll say this, it definitely wasn't 22.
I thought it was 29. I thought it was Banks.
Okay, it might be 20. It could. Yeah. Now that could be the case, but it definitely wasn't Kylan. I thought it was 28 though, Marvin. But whatever the case is.
Either way, not good for the good guys.
No, and it's a bad field position too. I mean, you don't even get the benefit from the punt with the wind.
And it's another stoppage of the clock.
Yeah.
One of many.
10:22 to play in, and Brian said it ominously, in the season. And I was like,
I didn't mean it that way, but
yeah,
I know,
thanks, Brian.
No, I know you didn't, but then when you
get old, you start thinking about the end.
But did you see a light? I didn't see the light. But the problem is, as soon as you said that, it really took a turn for me because I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I know.
You're right.
I will say this. It's been a fun season.
No.
It has been a fun season.
I was
and
talking
with a lot of great moments.
Talking to Autumn Harbison today, one of our fantastic registrar, and I think she said it succinctly. I don't want it to be over yet, and that's the exact way I feel.
Right. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. At the Hillcrest 43-yard line. Vaccarella back to pass, being pressured, releases this one down the sideline, incomplete. Nice pressure there by A.J. Love, forces him to throw it before he was ready to.
But Kylan Norfleet was at least engaged in the coverage. I thought he was in good shape regardless. Now the only problem is
that was Marvin Johnson. That wasn't Kylan.
Stop. The problem for Kylan is he's about six inches shorter than Lemons.
Oh, Brian's looking back at it. Okay, well, here we go with Vaccarella keeping it around right end. Vaccarella looking for some room. Not a whole lot, maybe a couple of yards there as he moves it to the 40-yard line.
I rewatched the punt. I do. Okay. The argument between 22, 28, and 29, it was 28. Good job. Good job.
Okay,
good job.
okay.
That means if there's a tie,
All right, 40-yard line is the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles. Vaccarella takes it, drops back to pass. Being pressured, rolls to his right, slings it down the field, and it's picked by the Pats. 40, 45, 50, 40, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Patriots.
Let's go.
The Pats. Kitori Howard takes it to the house. Pick 6.
Man, what a play. By the way, how much man was great. Also, how little room did he have on that sidelines to just skirt through there? Oh, man, what a play.
Kitori Howard with the play of the night.
Defensive player of the game.
Hayward.
Kitori Hayward.
I'll pronounce his name correctly. Kitori Hayward.
Kitori Hayward.
Old Man Vern pronunciations here.
Huge play. But wait a minute, what happened?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
What's going on? Did they say he stepped out of bounds?
I guess.
Oh no.
They're
saying he stepped out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
I was already celebrating.
I was too. I think is everybody kind of like, what happened? I guess he, well.
Let's call the booth and see, get a replay there. Well, it was exciting, and it's a turnover either way. Yeah, hey, can we get a shot down here in the end zone? There's something.
Don't show it's that. The ball.
Never mind.
It's just the ball.
Okay, never mind. So many delays in this game. This has been a strange night here a few days before Halloween.
Spooky Forest.
All right, so it wasn't a touchdown, but still great news with the interception by Ketori Hayward, and the Pats with the ball. The handoff to DeJuan Johnson, who spins free but is unable to regain his balance, and he'll end up losing about 2 yards, making it 2nd down and 12.
You know, if we end up scoring here, that's obviously a big if. That'll end up working in our favor because we'll be able to use a lot more of that clock as we wind under 9 minutes.
Guys, at some point, I keep seeing Oak Mountain creep up to the line of scrimmage with their defensive backfield. At some point, I feel like I smell a play-action pass coming.
Well, you know, Caden's been pretty quiet tonight. Here's a pass over here to the right side, completed, and out of bounds at about the 36-yard line is Trent Curley on the reception. Clock will stop with 8:30 remaining. Pickup of about 6. 3rd down and 4 now for the Pats.
Feels like 4 down territory, probably just out of Elijah's range right here. Maybe a little bit too deep to punt, though.
Jordan under center. The belly G to Omari Taylor. Not a whole lot of room there for Omari, as he will actually, well, they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 4 now for the Pats.
I think he got a yard. They gave him a
little late yard right there. And let's see what Coach Mitchell does here. Offense staying on the field for a big 4th and 3.
Jordan under center.
Strong set to the boundary. Lots of hats on the right side.
Big 4th down play. The snap and the handoff to DeJuan Johnson, who bulls his way forward. He's going to be very close. I think he's about a half yard short of the 1st down.
No way. What?
Yeah,
that was pretty quick.
Yep, the White Hat has signaled Oak Mountain ball. 7:40 left in the ball game.
I don't see
Oak Mountain takes over.
I don't see much of an argument from. I don't have let me see. Leah, of course, never mind. Leah says that he did not step out of bounds. I would love to know.
You know, we can probably see that on the multi-camera broadcast, right?
I would love to see where they got that. Like, there may be something from the end zone that you can see it. I don't know.
All right, here's Myrick's around right in, crossing the 40.
6 yards.
6-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Stopped by the Patriots, number 17, Jamichael Watson.
This is quickly becoming another barn burner.
I mean, for sure.
From a situation where I thought we scored a touchdown to go up by 2 scores, now we're having to play some D.
Here's the snap, the handoff to Myrick's once again. Myrick's bulling his way forward, still on his feet, down to the 45-yard line of Hillcrest. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down for the Eagles. The Pats up 25-17. You do the math, that's 8 points, that's 1 score. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion could tie this. We're on top of the world just a couple of minutes ago, thinking we had a pick 6 of about 80 yards. As it is, Oak Mountain holds Hillcrest on 4th and 2, gets the ball back, and now they are threatening in Pat's territory. Pressure on Vaccarello, the quarterback. He slings it over to the sidelines, complete. There to his receiver, number 4, Boston Brewer, and he moves it down to the 23-yard line, 21-yard line of the Pats. 6:30 and counting, and the Eagles will not die. Vaccarella back to pass, being pressured. He escapes, slings the ball toward the end zone and out of the reach of anyone. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Good job by A.J. Love getting pressure, and even a better job by our secondary covering, staying on their men for a good 5 seconds there. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, nicely done by the defense. Good pressure. You're right. Good call there, Brian. Also, Oak Mountain, give them some credit. They've kind of had a two-headed monster all night with Lemons in the wide receiver position and Marty Myricks in the running back spot.
Vaccarella calls for it, takes it, hands it off to Myricks, who looks for some room around the left end. Ball is on the ground. The Pats have it.
That's up.
Kylan Norfleet with the recovery.
Say it.
Are they saying that he was down?
Yes, he said it.
Is it Pat's ball?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah!
Okay, it is. Hillcrest ball. Wow, what a huge turnover for the Pats there. Let's see who knocked it loose. I believe it was Miles Madden knocking it loose.
Do you have it somewhere? I'd love to see that again. I mean, I saw the ball come out with a nice hit from the Hillcrest defender. And then, was it Ketori Hayward who picked the ball up?
I did not. I was trying to adjust the score, adjust the clock.
No. It was Kylan Norfleet who picked it up. It was Miles Madden.
Forgive me for not trusting you, but
here we go.
I'm not sure I can give you the trust.
Here we go. You want to look? All right, I'll let you see here in just a second. Jordan has it, keeping it around left end. Only a gain of about a yard or so. Here's the play if you want to look at it. We're watching it.
I do.
See, it's Miles Madden who knocked it loose, and it's Kylan Norfleet who picked it up right there. 22.
22, you're right.
Thank you.
I was just wanting to see because if it was 25, then that.
I mean, Oak Mountain man down on the field and a timeout on the field for this injury.
It's a Tidwell Paint and Body injury timeout, I believe.
Speaking of Tidwell Paint and Body, thanks again to Tidwell Paint and Body for sponsoring our timeouts, and they're gracious enough to give everyone 12 timeouts per game, or excuse me, 12 timeouts for the entire game.
Correct.
And of course, 6 per team. But they're going to go ahead. The kid is off the field, so we're ready to resume play.
Resetting for you, 5:42 remaining in this game. Hillcrest up 25-17. A huge turnover caused by Miles Madden. Recovery by Kylan Norfleet. And now the Pats have the ball, stopping that threat by the Oak Mountain Eagles as they're only a score down. Now the Pats offense just needs to pick up a few first downs, run some clock, and salt this one away. Here's the snap. Jordan back to pass. Looking over here to the side, and it's complete.
Go, Curly. Go.
40, 45, and out of bounds at about the 49-yard line goes Trent Curley on the big reception for the Pats.
That's a really good job. Also, Oak Mountain defender there really kind of went for broke and came up empty. He was really close to having a pick six, but it was just the difference of inches between a pick six for the Eagles and a nice game for the Patriots.
And a great job by Curley maintaining concentration as the Oak Mountain defensive back just missed a pick.
Jordan under center, looks to the sidelines for a play change. Clock at 5:27 remaining in this one. Jordan takes it, hands it off to DeJuan Johnson, who puts his head down, picks up a few. Give him 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock rolls 5:15 and counting.
Last week we talked a lot about the time of possession that Hillcrest had, and they just kind of managed the clock to gain that advantage. I wonder if we'll see any of that. I kind of feel like that, but at the same time, we're sitting at 20 seconds to go for the play clock here. I wonder, See, they seem to be going a little quicker than they are trying to just manage the time.
Oak Mountain still with 3 Tidwell paint body timeouts.
Jordan in shotgun takes it, will keep this one over right tackle, moves it forward into Oak Mountain territory, down to about the 46-yard line. I believe he's about a half yard short of the first down.
Third down and less than a yard right here. I think we can expect to see a belly G, or maybe even just Jordan on the quarterback sneak.
I like when the quarterback runs the ball, when he has the ability to do so, which Jordan does. I just think it always engages them in the game more. So I really like when Jordan has the ball in his hands.
Jordan with the quarterback sneak. Moves it across the 45 to the 44, 2 yards, and that's enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down and will advance the clock.
And you have to start wondering when Oak Mountain uses any of those 3 timeouts, because if Hillcrest continues to use 30-plus seconds of the play clock, certainly doesn't leave it a ton of time for Oak Mountain.
Wait.
They do seem to be managing this play clock a little bit more now, as the play clock is under 15 seconds now, guys. 3:30 to go in the game.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to Dewan Johnson. Flags come in. Looks like this will probably be a false start against the Pats.
Coach Mitchell's asking for an explanation because he didn't see anybody move, and the white cap is saying that somebody shifted.
Yeah, I think body language right there. I think number 20, it looked like Omari Taylor may have been the guilty party, or at least the one that the ref said moved, although Omari might not agree with it.
So here's an interesting thing with our technology. Our yellow box that we use for streaming is frozen right now, but the broadcast continues, and I think it's gone now. You're doing okay now. The player of the game logo was up for accidentally for quite some time and couldn't go away.
Well, good for the broadcast, despite the yellow box being down. I think that's perseverance on our part.
Yeah. You cold, Brad?
I am a little chilly. I have on this thin pullover, and plus I'm soft.
The snap and the handoff. Nice spin by Omari Taylor as he moves it down to the 42-yard line. After the penalty of 5 yards, Omari gets 8, making it second down and about 7 for the Pats.
Yeah, the clock under 3 minutes now, and you know we're going to continue to use as much of the play clock as Coach Mitchell wants to. In theory, we only need to snap the ball one more time and then possibly run it under 2 minutes.
Love to get, how many more first downs we need? Probably 2?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Play clock will roll down as far as they can possibly take it. Down to 5 seconds now, and Jordan gets up under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Dewan Johnson. Dewan bounces off tacklers, but bounces in the wrong direction as he will lose about a yard and a half. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Oak Mountain calls the timeout here with 2:13 remaining in this ball game. Hillcrest leading 25-17 and with the ball.
You know, they'll be interested here. See if Coach Mitchell keeps it on the ground, that works. But if we don't get the first down, it'll force Oak Mountain to take their second Tidwell paint and body timeout. Or do you put it in the air, pick up another first down, and, dang near end the game with it?
Here's the thing, though. Does the first down and likely winning the game trump making Oak Mountain use another time?
If you're me, no. Personally, I'd rather keep it on the ground, even if we had to punt it away. Okay. Make Oak Mountain go the length of the field. They have not scored a point this second half. Make them go the length of the field with only one timeout, put the 6 up, and then put the 2-point conversion up. But once again, that would be me. I think I would trust Greg Patterson's defense. Yeah. They had a rough stretch, pretty much the second quarter. With that exception, though, they've been quite dominant tonight.
You're right. And
I say dominant. Then not brave. That's not exactly right.
The second half, you said it. I hadn't really thought about it. But you're right, Brian. They haven't scored.
But they've moved the ball.
But they haven't scored, though.
You're right.
So it's that sort of thing, but they still haven't put it in the end zone.
An interception and
two
a
turnovers.
fumble.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So the defense has done a great job, not allowing them to ultimately get in the end zone. And I don't even know if they've been in the the Centel home design red zone.
They had just entered it when they fumbled. But, the other thing is, and in your defense, well, I don't have a defense for you.
And just so you'll know,
I'm so old, I can't remember what I was going to say.
Just so you'll know, rubber bands last longer when they're refrigerated.
Oh, okay.
Useless baloney that you know? Yes.
What I was going to say was, I think I may agree with you on that, Brian.
Okay, we're back to action.
Yes, go ahead.
Chambly takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got some room around left end. Oh my goodness. And he's past the line of scrimmage, and he throws the ball. So that's going to be an illegal forward pass.
Yeah, I think that's lost it down. That's where the flag is.
Yeah, he was past the line of scrimmage.
Where's the replay?
Well, we don't have a replay of that, but we can.
YouTube.
I can pull that up so we can look at it.
I think he crossed the line of scrimmage. Obviously, I'm totally biased here.
Let's see.
That's what
it sure looked like.
That's what the white hat just signaled that to the Oak Mountain bench.
Dang. Well, I think he's wrong.
Can't get it. I can't get it to full screen here. I don't know what's going on here.
There it goes.
Okay. Well, that's before it or after it, rather.
Let's see.
Okay, take a look here. See where the marker is.
Yeah.
Pretty close, but I think it was past it. And either way, even throwing it like that, it's still intentional grounding.
Even if you lose 3 yards, you just slide right there. Make Oak Mountain use a second timeout.
Yeah.
So.
But if he was behind the line of scrimmage, it's not intentional grounding because he's across, because he's
out but nonetheless, it's still a stop
thing.
That's correct. That's the thing. Regardless, you just take the loss.
It's the sort of thing where even if you attempt to throw it, it's interesting right now.
As it is, Hillcrest is forced to punt.
So we got neither gain. We didn't get the first down, and they didn't have to use a timeout.
Is Zay usually in on punt? He is
snap. Gunner gets it away. It's a beautiful kick. That's going to be landing at about the 10-yard line, and it will take an Oak Mountain bounce and bounce back to about the 16. And the Eagles will have it right there with 1:53 left and with 2 timeouts remaining.
Yes,
that's
right, Brett. They have 2 Tidwell Payton body timeouts, and they need to go 75 yards and then get the 2-point conversion.
Make that 85 yards.
85 yards. I'm sorry, Brett. 85 yards.
That's what I was going to say. In your defense, we haven't given up any points. Not only does Oak Mountain have to drive the length of the field and score a touchdown, they'd still have to get the 2-point conversion, and that only ties it.
Correct.
So,
that's right.
Yeah. So,
but we saw what happened with that last week.
Well, now that's true.
All right, we're at 1:53 remaining. Here we go. Vaccarella calls for it, takes the snap, drops back, scrambles forward, and releases it, and it is complete.
Yes.
And a tackle made at about the 10-yard line. Wow,
that's a huge
great defense right there all around by the Pats.
That's a great play because not only did they lost yardage, the clock is running. They still have 2 timeouts remaining, but by the way, there's 1:30, and that clock is trouble keeping up.
All right, so after the loss of 4, it's 2nd down and 14. Vaccarella backs pass, steps up into the pocket. Zay Hall is able to pull him down as he tries to juke Zay, but not a whole lot of success. Only a gain of about 3, and it will be 2nd down and about 8. Third down, I apologize. Third. Clock running. Under a minute remaining. 55 seconds. Vaccarella back to pass. Vaccarella slings it deep down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. A flag comes in, though.
He caught the ball.
What a catch.
Did he catch it?
Hey, yes. And it's going to be a PI on us.
Isaac Booth.
So, yeah, okay, Isaac Booth makes the catch. So, is that one with the pass interference, do you add 15 on that?
No, it's either or. They'll decline the penalty.
The new line of scrimmage will be the 49-yard line after the completion. 48.5 seconds remaining. Pat's defense needs to hold on for 49 seconds and 49 yards.
The clock shouldn't have, well, but if they didn't accept the penalty.
I agree. That means they should have started.
Yeah, why did the clock not, why is he struggling with the clock?
Well, now the clock had ticked off for 4 seconds, 45 seconds remaining.
They're asking for the clock to be reset to what? 48.5. But shouldn't the clock still start?
Yes, because they declined the penalty.
But it was a first down, so they had to move the chain.
Yeah, but they
did, and now they reset it.
And the clock, why? I don't understand
that.
Vaccarella takes it, being pressured.
He caught it. They're taking timeout. I can't believe they're not taking it. There
They just took it.
Okay, the completion at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Second down and 10. About 7 seconds ran off the clock there. 41.5 remaining now. Line of scrimmage, the 49-yard line of Hillcrest.
Yeah, honestly, a mental mistake right there by that Oak Mountain young man. They didn't pick anything up. You just want to let that fall incomplete and save one of your 2 remaining Tidwell Payton body timeouts.
You know, the thing is,
it's hard.
It's really,
no doubt in the moment.
Yeah, and you're also thinking, I'm going to make a play.
Yep.
So that's tough.
You even see people playing on Sundays make that error.
Yep.
And to expect, a 17-year-old to do it,
well, it's instinct to catch the ball.
Definitely, Brent.
Just like with Jordan on that play where he didn't think to go down. It's your instinct to try to make something happen.
Interesting scenario. So just in case, let's see, we got 41.5 seconds. It's the fourth quarter. Hillcrest leads Oak Mountain 25-17. Oak Mountain has 1 Tidwell Payton body timeout remaining. That's it, just 1. Hillcrest, of course, with their full allotment of 3, but no need for them to use any timeouts as long as we are in the lead. And we're ready for the 2nd and 10. Nope, Hillcrest is going to take a timeout, guys.
Now, Hillcrest using the old chess game timeout to see what Oak Mountain lines up in and to get the proper defensive alignment.
Brent, we got a second. I know postgame's going to be quick with how late it is. A couple RSB Design scoreboard updates. Thompson's looking like they're taking control of the game now, 21-15. And, in that barn burner between Vestavia and Hoover, the Rebels, Callie, the Rebels lead the Bucks 39-30 with 3:43 left.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
This has just been a zany year in Class 7A Region 3.
So that means if we had won the game last week, we would have qualified.
If
we win tonight,
holds on, right?
Well, they're up 2 scores.
39? 39-30. Okay. Yeah. Well, you said that Thompson is taking control, but is 21-15 really control?
It's over.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
okay. So it is a final. I think the band is ready for y'all. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm confident, Brandon, in that statement.
They've said it a few times. Vaccarella calls the signals, takes the snap, drop back, has time, steps up into the pocket. He's going to run for it. And ball slips out of his hands, but bounces back to him.
There's a flag, by the way.
Flag.
Yeah, there's a flag on the far side of the field. Now, I don't know where the flag is, but I did see it get thrown.
Where'd it go?
Oh, I see it. It's on the 4.
I saw it too, and then it disappeared.
Apologize if you're watching and wanting a replay, because that one would have been great to see on replay, but the yellow box with its frozen state is unable to give us replays. Fortunate that it's just going to go.
The good news is our viewers have no idea what a yellow box is.
Our yellow box is our device that helps us with replays and streaming and all kinds of stuff.
The flag was on Hillcrest, and Oak Mountain declined it. So 30 seconds left in the game. The ball on the Hillcrest 31-yard line.
Yeah, and how about that? Vaccarella loses losing possession of the ball, and it bounces right back up in his hands and allows him to gain another 5 or 6 yards. 31-yard line, 30 seconds left. Hillcrest desperately needing to keep Oak Mountain out of the end zone to preserve this victory with a 25-17 lead. Vaccarella. Here's the whistle, calls for it, drops back, slings it down the sideline here, and it is caught, incomplete.
Flag.
Kylan Norfleet, defending Kason Lemons at about the 5-yard line, will be called for pass interference.
I thought that was a good battle. I see the point of the flag.
I do too.
I think that's probably a good call.
I thought he got him right before he tried to go up. But
I did like the fact that Kylan battled there. And there was certainly some hand fighting, but I think Kylan's just at such a disadvantage from a standpoint of he's a good bit shorter, and also it's difficult to turn around and play the ball. It's easy for us to say, turn around.
Yeah, because, we're not running down the field at full speed.
It's going to bring half the distance to the goal, put it at the our 15-yard line with 23 seconds left in the ball game. Well, in regulation.
23 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. First down at the 15 for the Eagles. Vaccarella takes it, drops back, rolls to his right. Looking downfield, he'll release this one, and it is almost picked off. Who was that?
Keymarcus Silvers.
Keymarcus Silvers almost picked it on the sidelines, which would have ended the game, but he was unable to hold on.
I didn't want him in the game. I wanted him to score. I want him to just keep running all the way to the Bobby Miller Center.
The game as well.
Touchdown again, Keymarcus.
Second down and 10 from the 15. 15 seconds remaining in this game. Hopefully. Vaccarella calling the signals. 3 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He takes the snap, he drops back. He steps up into the pocket, releases this one in the end zone, and knocked away by DJ Jones at the last second. Incomplete. It'll be third down, 8.5 seconds remaining in this game.
This is likely the last play.
Correct, but DJ, I don't even think he was in coverage there. I think he came off his man to make that play.
Yeah, I agree.
Great play by DJ.
Was that a game-saving play? Pats have to do it one more time, at least. Third and 10, 8.5 seconds remaining with an 8-point lead. Oak Mountain with the ball at the 15.5-yard line of the Patriots.
I got a feeling, is Hillcrest going to take a timeout right here? I think Hillcrest
Jamie is. That's what Jamie's doing.
Yeah.
Did they get the timeout in time?
Oh, yeah.
They did. Wow. Guys, well, I'll tell you, one thing about this team this year, guys, it has not been void of drama.
Well, when you're in a region where everybody is good, you're going to have a bunch of good games. And this has not disappointed. The clock did run for 2.5 seconds, but obviously the clock was supposed to be at 8.5
Well, they should reset that?
Yeah, they should reset that.
They owe us 3 seconds where, in my opinion, it was the misinterpreted penalty where that cost us 3 seconds.
There's 8.5, yep, back on the clock. So 8.5 seconds to go. Both teams with 1 Tidwell paint and body timeout. It's 3rd and 10 for Oak Mountain. So, and of course Hillcrest leads 25-17. The 1 score difference, Oak Mountain would need the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
All right.
But
let's just not even get it to that, okay?
Yeah, no doubt. I don't want any sort of 2-point conversion.
No. Let's keep it out of the end zone right here and not even go there. Enough drama. Let's end it right here on this play. The drama teacher says no more drama. Vaccarella.
Another timeout by us.
No, this is okay. It is us. Okay. All right. So Hillcrest takes their final Tidwell paint and body timeout. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who called that. I don't think Jamie did, and Jamie does not look too happy about it either.
Jamie did call
He did.
But he didn't want to call it. And then he gave somebody a mouthful
Yeah, I
down there.
saw that.
But what are we? I think he said something along the lines of, "What are we doing?"
Right.
I think that may have been exactly.
I think that's a quote.
What the heck are we doing, guys?
Dang it, guys, do better.
You jokers.
All right.
So that turned Jamie into
everything
1960s Vermont guy. Yeah.
Vermont. What are you doing, Vermont? Where's Live Free or Die? New Hampshire?
I don't know. You're the social studies teacher. Come on.
You're the geography major.
Yeah, come on. All right, here we go. 8.5 seconds. 15.5-yard line. Vaccarello, the quarterback, brings his offense up to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, drops back, looks down the field, being pressured, switches out of it, and it's a jump ball. Kylan Norfleet.
It's over.
And the game comes to an end. Wait a minute.
White hat told Jamie to stay off the. No.
There should be about. I would say. I think there should be about 1 second remaining.
I've never seen them put time back on in the high school.
Oh my goodness! Which means they'll have one more play and another opportunity. Oh my goodness. Kylan Norfleet with a fantastic play at the goal line to knock the ball down. But the officials, despite zeros on the game clock,
stop the clock for what? Obviously we can't hear him. He doesn't have a mic.
Is he going to play an untimed down?
I mean, that can't be.
6 seconds remaining.
1.6.
Did he say 1.6 or 0.6?
I thought he said 0.6.
I think he said 0.6. How do you know from down there that there's 0.6 seconds
But I know
remaining?
what you're looking at.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
I think ultimately,
and Jamie Mitchell is hot.
Tough. And he should be.
Yeah.
And he should be. Yeah. Golly, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
0.6 seconds? There it is on the clock.
For them
How do you see that on the field?
No idea.
So wait a minute.
0.6 seconds.
Well, here's the other thing, guys.
You gotta be
Did
kidding
somebody
me.
take a timeout?
I have no idea.
Because blow the play clock in. I mean, both teams are on the side.
I guess the officials called a timeout.
Well, yeah, I mean, now they're giving. Now Oak Mountain is getting a de facto timeout.
Yeah,
exactly, and they have one more play to try to win this game.
The ball should be spotted and the play clock should be going.
Run the play clock. Let's go. I'll give him a chance to get back out here. Okay. Wow. All right, here we go. Got to do it again, guys. Vaccarello takes the snap, being pressured, slings it up high, and this one is.
He caught it.
Did he catch it? Oh my gosh. It is caught in the end zone by Lemons. Oh, no way. Wow.
What a catch.
That is unbelievable.
Regardless of whether there should have been time on the clock left, the kid made a fantastic catch. And, of course, the pending two-point conversion to tie it.
Jeez,
Pandemonium.
You've got to be kidding me. This is insanity here tonight. 25-23, no time on the clock. Two-point conversion attempt coming from the Oak Mountain Eagles.
You're looking for 8 for sure.
Here's the snap to Vaccarello, back to pass. And this one is caught.
The Pats win! Let's go!
25-23, your final.
Come on!
Here at Roy Johnson Stadium as the season comes to an end with a victory for the good guys despite the 0.6 phantom seconds.
Other way.
Woo! Wow.
It's upside down. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, that high five hurt, Brian.
I'm sorry.
That high five hurt.
At 50, I have to show my manhood. I got to do something like that. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
What a heck of a game, boys.
What a game here tonight.
Heck of a game.
At least it ended like we needed it to.
I know.
I'm dubbing this one. I'm dubbing this one the Phantom .6.
Yeah, that's a good one. No doubt.
The Phantom .6.
Yeah, it's all fun and games when we win.
Well, I'll tell you what, regardless, I still go back to, if the official definitively knows, does he have the ability to call that? I guess so.
Again.
And I can see where he is probably looking at that.
I do too.
But regardless.
You're telling me he knew it was exactly .6 when that ball hit the ground?
Well,
either way.
Regardless, what a great play by Lemons, who made fantastic catches all night long. And able to get Oak Mountain in a position to tie the game. And then what a great defensive play. Who was the tackler?
Who made that tackle over there?
Was it Camarcus?
I would love to know.
Maybe.
I've got to go back in the broadcast.
Okay.
What a game.
Yeah, we got to call that one right. We can go back and look at it on YouTube.
I've got to go back to that.
Look back to that. Yeah. We're going to take our final break, and then we'll return with the post-game show. Will the yellow box allow us? Okay, the yellow box won't allow us to. So I guess we'll stay here for the rest of the post-game.
That's fantastic.
Let's pull that up and see if we can
that's
find
fantastic. You'll do that, and I'm going to look for some RSV Design scoreboard updates real quick. I would think most of everything we got is finals at this point. We saw Thompson did beat Prattville 29-15. Means Prattville is eliminated from the playoffs. You know, it's not working too.
Okay,
there
I'm going back here. I'm going back here, Brad, so we can see this. Are you ready?
That's what I'm looking at right
here we go. I got it right here. You want to look? We'll see who made this.
Yes.
All right, come on. Here's the snap.
Who is that? It's Keymarcus.
It was Keymarcus
Silvers. Yes.
Beautiful tackle. One-on-one open field tackle to save the game.
And golly, kind of bringing us back down to earth. Vestavia did defeat Hoover 39-30, which that means Hoover next week, as the 4 seed out of this region, will travel to Phoenix City to play Central Phoenix City. So it's a heck of a first-round matchup.
Hoover at Central.
Correct. And I think that's going to put Vestavia as the 3 seed, Hewitt as the 2 seed, and then Thompson as the Region 3 winner.
Okay, guys. I'm cold. It's late.
Players of the game, players of the year, real quick, or do
players of the year?
Sure, I don't care. Yeah.
Players of the game and players of the year.
Okay, I know.
Yes, sure.
All right.
Oh, okay, let's start. I'll make an easy one.
Are we doing game first?
Player of the game first.
Okay.
Player of the game.
Player of the game. Let's start with special teams. I'm saying that because, and I also don't know who I'm going to pick. I'm just saying. But I was thinking, special teams player of the year is Elijah Miller.
Well, of course.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. Player of the game, it may be Colin Kozon. He did catch the 2-point conversion.
He did make the 2-point, and that's huge, which turned out to be a huge difference maker.
Gunner right there, I think he's got an argument for pinning them deep on that the last drive.
He also had a field goal.
And he also, I think he recovered a fumble on the kickoff as well, didn't he?
Couple of kicks into the end zone.
Yeah. Gunner did recover a fumble
right there
special teams
on the special teams play on that one there.
Gunner.
With Gunner with that punt there, I think Gunner at least player of the game.
So player of the game, Gunner Webb.
Okay.
I like that. Player of the year, Elijah Miller.
I'll say this. If you don't mind on defense, I thought AJ was out. I thought Zay was outstanding tonight.
He was, but it's hard to argue Keymarcus Silvers.
He did great.
And also Kylan Norfleet with the interception.
I just thought Zay was all around. Did Zay get a player of the game this year? Did you interview him? It's interesting. He may be player of the year, Brent, but not having a player of the game.
I think that, and I hate to say that's an easy call because I don't think it's an easy one because there were so many standouts on the defensive side to me. But I do think Zay's probably the defensive player of the year.
Oh, I do too.
Yes, for
and
sure.
then I don't mind giving it to. I agree. Keymarcus had. We called his name a lot in the second half.
I really thought. I mean,
Norfleet.
So who had the pick on the sideline?
That was Norfleet.
I
thought that was Ketori Hayward.
Oh, it was Ketori Hayward.
You're right.
Didn't he end up with 2 picks tonight? Ketori Hayward had, because there was a tip in the first half, and then got
he
the
had
tip
2
in the second half.
INTs. It needs
and
to be
I think Ketori Hayward was the one who got 2 interceptions.
Let's go Ketori, and then Zay Hall, #1 player of the year.
Hey, here's the good news. So many worthy candidates.
Oh, I agree.
No doubt.
I agree.
It's hard. So many big plays made out there
tonight. And by the way,
tonight.
so far the names that we've called, Zay's the only senior. So, and obviously significant productivity all year long by seniors.
Yeah.
But it's just I wanted to make sure that we know there's a lot to look forward to as well. Okay, offensively,
Maybe a little bit tougher. You know, I think we got some options there. Honestly, Jordan played okay.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, Caden had a decent first half, but
Omari.
That was what I was suggesting.
Yeah.
I think one of the running backs. I think Omari had a very good game. I think Dewan had a good game. I'm just trying to think of other kids who really did some. I thought Austin Cherry had a couple nice catches over there.
I thought Jordan's toughness.
I agree. That's what I was going to say.
And here's my thing. Yep. He also had several spots where it was, you know, you kind of needed the first down. He just kind of put the ball in his hands and he got it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times did he run for a big play and he needed 8 yards? He got 9.
And he did protect the ball all year.
And he wasn't. I didn't think he was fantastic throwing the ball.
Right.
But
he just showed a lot of good.
I see what he was tough tonight.
I'm good.
He was tough.
We think 3 is the player of the year?
I think it's tough.
Oh, there's no doubt.
I think Caden's the offensive player of the year.
I mean, he had like 3 or 4 games where he was around 180, 200 yards.
I think also that big week, I guess it would have been against Hoover when he had like 8 for 180.
I also thought Caden was fantastic last week.
I agree.
So,
absolutely.
So
well, that's great, the guys. That's
well, the great
all
way
of them are. Do we have a huddle? Do we have a recap, or are we done with huddle?
No, we do not have any more huddles. That'll be it. But we'll get the awards to them.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Award Company of America. We'll get those plaques to them. But guys, as always,
man, it's bittersweet.
This has been so much fun. What a great way to end after last week's disappointment to come back and to see the team. You know, we talked about who cared, who wanted it more. I think both these teams wanted it desperately.
And obviously it's easy to say this after having won the game, but I still say, and I think we said it throughout the broadcast, sometimes I think people, we're so in it that it's difficult to kind of see the other team sometimes because we're rooting so hard for ourselves.
Right.
But give Oak Mountain credit. I thought they played a heck of a ball game. I thought they were super tough. The other thing is they were really, they didn't quit at all.
They were down 18-3
There
in the
was
first half.
never any sign
here having fun,
and man,
talking
they got
nonsense.
after it. I just thought, and I was really, really impressed by Lemons.
I mean,
Casey Lemons, the senior, and let's give, by the way, I do think he deserves a shout out, not only for having a great game, but it's his senior night. It's his last football game of his career, and he went out, obviously didn't win the game, but he certainly wasn't a loser. He played a heck of a ball game and gave Oak Mountain every chance to win the ball.
I'd argue he's the best player on the field.
I will say,
really
both
good.
teams.
Yes.
So, it seems like anytime they needed to play, they threw it up to him.
And he came
and he
down.
evidenced by the last when he caught the ball.
And what a catch that was.
Incredible.
Man.
I will say that Lemon's night was soured there at the end, though.
It was. And certainly our comments about the kids were soured by your awful joke.
Well, with that, we'll see you in 2026. Brent got one last one in for the 2025 season, buddy.
And I'll be back next year. I'm not a senior. I may be a senior citizen, but I'm not a senior. I'll be back.
And this year's broadcaster of the year goes to Brent Jones.
This is his 12th straight year getting this.
What is it? Now, everybody listen to me.
Hey, but listen, if you're still around or if you're watching this in replay or if you happen to catch this,
you're really bored.
We will bring you the winner of our college football picks later on in an Instagram post.
And if it's Brent, we'll go live.
The other thing, if it's Brent, there will certainly be a special
There'll be a billboard on 69
and Pat's TV will have its own special episode.
We'll bring Speegs out again to the end zone.
It'll just be called the Brent Jones Special.
Hey, Jeff, I got to tell
Spiegel, come on. We got a story for you, man.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. It's cold. It's late. Let's go.
Yes.
Hey, it's been fun. We'll see you again next year. Spring game?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that.
Yes.
You and I had fun despite the drive to Mississippi. I had a lot of fun last year, and I would love to do it again.
Let's do it. And that's just a few months away.
Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us this year.
Yes.
We'll be back. Pat's ended on a winning note, 25-23 in the season at 6-4. We'll see you in the spring. Good night, and let's say it together.
Go Pats! Go Pats! Go Pats!
Let's say it together.
Okay, you got it.
Good night, and
Go Pats!